Bet.
All money in. Prince. And we partaking. Proud of myself, I didn't pull up today. You'll never find my name in nobody case. Steady yourself, move at your own pace. Gotta always remember that the turtle won the race. Go with your move, always think twice. Cause if you think once, it can cost you your life.
Yo, we are back again, back in Force Sports, where we always keep it real on all things sports all the time. And tonight we are here to talk about who's the greatest center of all time. So it's been a lot of stuff going out around the internet. Probably over the last week I've been putting up. So I thought that'd be a good subject to break bread with my brothers and see what everybody thinking. But before we first get started, we ask that if you're watching the video, please share the video. It helps the engagement. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. It helps the channel grow. But before we get started, as we always do, check in with my brothers, man. How y'all doing today?
Man, all is well on my end, brother.
Can't
That's what's
complain.
up.
Hey, we here,
It's doing
baby.
great.
We here.
Yeah, we ain't had
Everything
Mark.
positive.
Good, good, good. Everything, all
Yeah, we ain't had
blessings.
Morris on here in a minute, man. We've been missing you.
Yeah, I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back like Joy was in the 45, baby.
I know that's right, baby. I know that's right, man. So I guess we can jump right into it, man. The greatest centers in NBA history, and I want to start this because I rarely do this. Fred, I think you'll like this. I rarely do this, but I have let one of y'all change my mind. Well, a couple of y'all on who I think the greatest center is. First time in history I've ever went back on one of my picks, but I went back and looked at some videos last night of that old boy Shaq Diesel, man, and man, it's hey look, I won't take back is what Hakeem Olajuwon was able to do head to head with Shaq. Cause he did beat Shaq and Shaq wasn't no baby, he wasn't no rookie, and he outplayed him. But Shaq had about a 4 year stretch, 5 year stretch that I really don't think Hakeem Olajuwon probably could have did anything with that Shaq, with that particular Shaq, that 2000 2004 Shaq. So I am gonna rearrange who I always thought was the greatest center, which was partly because he was my favorite center, which is Hakeem Olajuwon. But I mean, it's gonna be hard, man. I can no longer fight Shaq, and I do have to give Shaq the greatest center of all time. So everything I said in the past, I'm gonna retract that. I'm gonna bump Hakeem to my number two, and I'm gonna move Shaq Diesel up to number one.
Absurd.
Mm. That's
All
kind
right.
of it's kind of clever of you, brother.
Man, I try to do something, I still don't get no credit.
I just said that's clever, man.
What's clever about it, Fred? What's
I
clever
mean,
about it?
I'm just surprised you came to the other side, man.
Cause I'm reasonable.
I don't know about all that, but you know,
he trying to come out of them stubborn ways,
hmm
No, man. Hey, I
riding them
think anybody. I
dinosaurs
think.
till the wheels fall off.
Hey, man. I think anybody that watched Shaq and watched Hakeem, I think it's a very strong argument for Hakeem up there.
I
I
disagree.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, I just Shaq just it. I mean, you just couldn't stop Shaq for them 4 years, man. And
So,
Hakeem
so
was
let me ask you
Hakeem.
this:
Yeah.
when you say Hakeem, are you saying Hakeem as in Hakeem's skill set? If you're saying it as in his skill set, like is he the best all time because of the skills of what he could do and how
Yeah,
he
I
do
thought
the
he was a more versatile center. I thought he still think he can shoot better than Shaq, a better defender
yeah.
than Shaq, better footwork on the block than Shaq, and all that I still think, which
Oh
is
yeah.
why I still have him number two. But
Okay, I got
Shaq
you. I
mere
got you.
size and ability, man, it's just. I mean, you can have all that you want. I mean, you just can't stop Shaq. I mean, at the end of the day, Shaq didn't have all what Akeem had, but you still couldn't stop him. And at the end of the day, it's all about results. It's all about execution of the game. And I mean, not only that, I mean, Shaq even had more accomplishments than him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't. I mean, it's close though. I mean, I'm gonna still like Akeem first. He gonna still remain my favorite center, but if just going back looking like I often do, I can't deny Shaq is the greatest center. And just a real tad bit before I pass the mic, I don't include the Wilt Chamberlains and Bill Russells when I talk because I didn't watch them. The first center I watched was uh uh Cap Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I started watching basketball in about 85, 84, 85. So when I first started watching him, even though I knew his history, Magic was running the team by then, so I didn't see the Cap from the 70s when he was just imposing his will on everybody. So
Right.
I can't put Cap up there either. So I just decided to settle with Shaq. Now Joker, I'm still watching Joker closely. I got to see how he ends his career, but he's gotten off to a great start.
Yeah, he probably about 7 or 8 right now.
But that's good though.
Yeah, yeah.
Consider
You
the
say
NBA
he's
used to
7 or 8
give.
in history?
Oh yeah,
You think so? All right,
easy.
that's calm, I guess.
I mean, you
I
got
got
to
it. I
remember,
got it
man. It
hard
ain't.
to
You got to remember, man. It ain't that many good centers, bro. Like it ain't a whole slew of them, bro. Like it really ain't.
It's not. I guess. I
I got it
I
mean,
mean,
hard
no. I take that back. You can name a lot of centers, but can you name a lot of good ones really?
That's on Joker level from what
how
Yeah,
we
does
seeing
like
out of
how many
him.
how many rings does Moses Malone have? 2 or 1?
Too.
man, it don't matter.
Okay.
It
I
that
mean,
don't
I'm just
man.
saying, like, it's a little early. I mean,
One or
I feel
two, ain't
like
it?
he's gonna
One or
play a
two.
few years.
Well,
I
but
tell
that's
you,
what.
I'll tell you real quick.
But that's why I said I'm watching Joker because it is early. But the
I think he just got
trajectory that
one.
he's on.
I think Moses
Yeah, he
just
got.
won one
So
in
let
1983.
Yeah, he got
can I
one.
say something real quick?
Yeah, hey, can you
So
cut your volume up a little?
that's me.
Well, it may not be me.
You
It could
talking
be
to me?
me.
Can you hear me now?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, what you was saying?
My
Did we
Yeah.
line?
lose Morris? Okay.
I think Morris may be breaking up.
What about now? Can y'all hear me?
Potentially.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
Yeah.
hear you.
All
I
right,
think it.
we'll
I
come.
think it
We'll
don't
come
fade
back
it.
to him.
What about now? Can y'all hear me?
Youngin, go on, give us what you. Yeah, we can hear you. Go for it.
Okay, so yeah, what I was saying is, okay, so like, in my opinion, I feel like Tim Duncan was more of a center than a power forward. I mean,
Nicholas.
not saying that but he wasn't, on the lineup card, it wasn't a center beside his name. So that's how I think a lot of the players are getting X out of the. When you say it's not a lot of centers, like I would consider Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan as more of a center forward.
Mm, I
Probably
don't
not.
know. I don't know if I
Yeah,
put
It
KG
makes
there.
sense.
yeah. I was gonna say probably not KG Duncan. I think it's an argument for that.
That's a possibility.
Because in that era, what I'm saying, like in that era, the power forward really, I mean, it really was like a center though.
So who do you got number one?
In that era I got Shaq number one, definitely. Like it's a landslide. It's nobody even close.
Oh,
I don't know about not close,
This is
but
crazy.
I was generous to give Shaq one, but that was me being generous. I'm not gonna say it's not close, but
I got Shaq number one because I feel like the only flaw in his game as a center was he wasn't able to shoot free throws. And he was so dominant that I feel like he never even worked on it because he didn't feel like he needed it. So if he worked on his free throws, he like 100. Like it's no flaw in his game. You give Shaq the ball within 10 feet of the
what's
rim,
up,
it's 2
Chop?
points. Or they're gonna have to foul it. That's the only. I mean, that's the only
Chop, what's
option
But
up,
you
but
bro?
got.
that's a
Either give
that's
him
a
the two
but
or
that's a
foul it.
but Morris, when you say that's a big deal, because if a team says, okay, we want to take Shaq out the game, let's just get 18 fouls on him. Let's put three centers
Or
just foul him.
you gonna foul out.
No, but if I got three expendable
You gonna foul
players,
out,
that
and then when you run out of centers, it's over with.
yeah. But if Shaq is shooting 45% from the free throw, Man, that could be. I mean, but I understand what you're saying. And like I said, I just put Shaq at 1. But I think that free throw is a big deal when it comes to a dominant player like Shaq. Because
Well, I mean,
you
but
can
you got to think
neutralize
about it
him
like
by
this though.
fouling him.
You got to think about it like this though, King. So if you say put them in there and just foul Shaq, get 18 fouls on Shaq. Okay, so now when your team get in the penalty, you got to let Kobe shoot free throws. You got to let Penny Hardaway shoot free throws because every time they get fouled now, it's in the bonus. We shoot free throws. So
Bro,
I mean, that's not an applicable plan.
Morris, let's be clear. There's no perfect plan or really nothing you could do to stop a Shaq and Kobe team. So I'm not saying that gets you a victory. I'm just saying if I'm going to do a game plan to stop Shaq, that's my only game plan, which is what you initially started off saying, right? His only weakness
Right?
is his
Yeah,
free throws. So that's
it's
the
just
only
free
place I
throws. Yeah.
can attack him. I can't attack him nowhere else. So what else can I do?
Right. So that's why I say the level of dominance that he had through his whole time of playing basketball. I know we always want to pull out a time machine and say insert a player in this era, and I think Shaq is. I just watched some video of Bill Russell and the type of moves that he was doing back in his era. Like they wasn't ready for a Shaq type physicality around the paint back then. That figure roll that he was doing was scoring buckets. Insert Shaq in that era. He scored 75 points a game, bro. Easy.
Yeah, he'd be called for an offensive foul though.
Who?
Shaq. He just backed him
I tell you
down.
what. Before we get too deep in discussion, let's just go around and see who everybody got, and we'll double back for a discussion. So I got
Okay,
Shaq.
that's fine.
I got Shaq Morris, got Shaq Young, and who you got?
It's gonna be really easy. Shaq. I don't even know what else to say. Kareem, I feel like played in a lesser era of competition. And of course he has all those accolades, but Shaq was just like very dominant, while Kareem also got to benefit from who some might say the greatest point guard is Magic. And they have a dynamic duo. So I definitely have to say Shaq. And of course Shaq had Kobe, but I would say Shaq was definitely the number 1 on that team for Kobe for all 3 championships. And even D Wade, he was still a contributing factor.
So when you say Shaq had played against more competition, are you talking about the league or are you talking about centers? And if you are talking about centers, who were some of Shaq's contemporary centers that you felt? Because I'm trying to remember. I know Yao, but I'm saying besides Yao, and who else was like from that 98 to 2000? Yao, I guess Duncan.
I mean, I was
Maybe.
really just saying teams, but I guess I could name a few like Alonzo Mourning, even though he was a little bit older. Yao Ming, of course, even though he was injury prone. Definitely Tim Duncan. I would definitely say Tim Duncan can pass as a center. Even Dirk can pass as a center a little bit, but he's more of a power forward, definitely. But I'm really just naming bigs who are like definitely really good bigs, but they definitely weren't on the level of Shaq. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. E-Dub. Did Dub freeze up on us? Okay.
Might be a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a tough one, man. This gonna be a tough one for me, but can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Jay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not gonna fool with MJ today. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we good.
Hey man, my pick gonna be Shaq, man. I'm going with the majority today, and I can honestly say this, man. I got Elijah Warren second because I seen Shaq go against, man, a prime Elijah Warren in that series, man, and you got to give Shaq credit, man. Shaq went to back-to-back titles as a youngin against Hakeem Olajuwon, man. Like that's something big. Saying that somebody passing the torch on to you, man, and you got an opportunity to go against one of the greatest centers of all time. Well, yeah, the 95, I think it was the 95 series. But
yeah, they ended up getting
somebody like that,
swept
man,
the next year.
and later on in your life be compared.
should have won against the boys.
Yeah, I think Shaq just elevated his game. Seemed like after that series, man. Like after he played Olajuwon, and for about 5-6 years in a row, like you said, wasn't nobody stopping Shaq, man. Wasn't nobody. What you couldn't stop him. You couldn't do nothing with him. Without one of the most dominant forces in the league at that time, with talent, with Tim Duncan, with David Robinson, cats like that still in the league and stuff, are still playing. So I got to give it to Shaq, man.
The Admiral.
FJ, who you got?
I like the Admiral. That boy used to run that court.
I mean, being honestly, I can say Shaq was the most dominant center. But to me, he ain't the number one.
Who you got number one?
I gotta go Hakeem. I gotta go Hakeem. I gotta go Hakeem easy, bro. Like, and I'm talking about easy. And the reason why I say easy, hear me out. The reason why I say easy is because Hakeem was number one in blocks, number two in steals. I mean, not number two in steals, number 10 in steals. He was 12th in points and 14th in rebounds. Last time hold up, and that's top 10. That's top 14 in major categories. And the last time I checked, ain't nobody never went to Shaq for help in the low post. Everybody go to Hakeem for training. Everybody call Hakeem Olajuwon for low post training. Ain't nobody calling Shaq. Not saying Shaq.
FJ, stop, man. Cause look, I already done traded once. Don't make me come back, man. You know I've been fighting for dreams for years.
I'm just saying. This ain't no knock on Shaq because honestly, I can't really pick Kareem. I didn't watch ball then. I can't pick Wilt.
Hold on. Let me ask you this, Fred. Okay.
Hold up.
But
hold up, real quick. I just want to say this. This man got the most outstanding low post game you ever want to see, bro. When I say the outstanding low post game you would ever want to see.
Okay.
I agree.
That's just me, man. When you top 14 in all those major categories, can you imagine this man being first in blocks and 10th in steals? Like, seriously. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of more like the best center, though. If you're talking about that, but if you're talking about the greatest center, I would definitely say Shaq. You know, because statistics definitely carry weight, but Shaq is like
Hakeem the average 30.
I ain't worried about that.
I know, but I mean, you know, you still though Hakeem was always around 26, 28. I mean, you talking one less shot. I mean, that ain't really significant.
But also, Hakeem only won his chips when MJ was gone.
Man, we talk that. But this is what I'm saying though. We asking how many times he done average 30. That don't even matter, man. When you leading the league in blocks and you 10th and still that other stuff don't even matter.
Yeah, Fred, you know, you make a compelling point, man, and everything you said is why I've been Hakeem my whole life. But man, it's just that 4-year stretch right there. I don't know if I'm just giving a little extra bonus to that. But he started off strong as a young basketball player, but when he got with the Lakers and they went on that run, man, that was like high level Thanos with all 6 Infinity Stones type run, you know. So
you got.
I ain't mad at you, Fred. I'm not mad at you, and I'm glad you said it because I didn't. So
I can set the edge because of the unmeasurables, though. Like the impact that he have on the game, they don't got no stack for that. There ain't no stat for impact,
and that's like, true too.
You got to change your whole. You can't play no other team the way that you got to play Shaq. You got to put in a defense for Shaq when y'all play the Lakers. Like you got to change your whole lineup and everything for one player. That's impact on the game.
You have to literally foul him to stop him. You have to bring players off the bench and foul him to stop Shaq.
I don't disagree with it at all.
Yeah, I think we all in here got Shaq and Hakeem 1A, 1B, whichever order you want to put them in.
I don't got Hakeem 1B.
Well, except for Morris. We know you're gonna always be the outlier, but I'm sorry. Outside of Morris, I think the rest of us, probably got
No,
Akeem
I don't
pretty
either, to
far.
be honest. I don't
What do you
either, to
got
be
him? I
To be
honest.
thought you told
honest,
me.
I got Shaq.
I heard Fred say a while ago they everybody go to Hakeem for low post training. Who has his training turned up?
I
Because
mean,
from
he
what I'm
no
seeing,
LeBron James.
Kobe. He trained
He
Kobe for a
so
bit.
you telling me Hakeem
he
training
trained. Hold
ran?
up, Hakeem trained a lot of people, bro. He trained
He
Kobe.
trained Kawhi.
Okay,
He
I
trained Kawhi
understand.
Leonard too.
Yeah, Kawhi,
Okay,
LeBron,
hold up.
Giannis.
Hear me out though. What I'm saying is, y'all saying he trained them.
Right.
These guys were already established players before they went to Kareem. I'm saying, which one of these players went to Hakeem and it changed their game tremendously to the point where they were just a whole different player? Because if he's not doing that, then it don't matter what his training.
Well, to that logic though, Morris, everybody in the NBA is already NBA level player. Why they go on the field handed to learn how to shoot more? I mean, because as good as you are, you have to be coachable in order to get better. So even though these players were
when they
all
do
great
that,
players, it's a
when they
reason
do
they
that, you
going
see a
though. You do
percentage,
admit
a
that though,
change,
right?
a change. I admit that, but I'm saying, do you see a change in percentage when they go to Hakeem? I want to
It's
see
not.
some stats.
I
Saying,
haven't
okay,
tracked the percentages. I'm not,
You're not.
I haven't done that.
But here's the
okay,
thing. You're
well, if
not.
they ain't
You're.
track percentages, we can't bring that up there. We can't use that
Hold
in a
up. Hold
compelling
up. Hold
argument
up. Hold up.
if
Hold
you
up.
have no facts to support it.
Here's the thing. It's not gonna change
Well,
how many
hold on.
points. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You
Wait a
can't
minute.
say hold on one second. You can't say you ain't got no stats to perform because you just said you can't prove Shaq. You just talking about the impact of the game you felt. You can't measure how you
No.
felt on the impact of the game either. Then,
No,
so
this
anyway,
is
go
too.
ahead, Fred.
I think you're misunderstanding what I said.
I got you. Go ahead, Fred. My bad for interrupting you.
But here's the thing. They don't go to him to put up more points. They don't go to him to go from a great player to the greatest player. That's not what they go to him for. They go to him to add something just a little bit more to their game. You know what I'm saying? LeBron low post game hasn't always been what it is today. So if I can go to the greatest and get some help in that area, okay, that gives me a little bit more leverage. You know what I'm saying? They don't go to him to be the greatest. You're not going to see that from him. You're not going to see him do that.
Right.
If I want to,
Okay. So now I can understand it. That's what I was actually asking. I said I want you to
yeah.
name a player that went to Hakeem, and when they left Hakeem, something changed in their game. And I said either stat wise or something that you can see that changed. Okay. So now you presented that with LeBron, right?
You're not going to see it stat wise though. You're not going to see it there.
Okay.
Yeah, because most of
That
these
was
players
just
are
one of
already
the
putting up
categories.
great stats as it is.
Right.
I
That
mean,
was just one of the categories though.
Morris, here's
So
all I'm gonna say. Remember LeBron in Miami? He had that killer fadeaway. Where he could pull up from anywhere. He learned the dream shake and pulled up the fadeaway, probably from like Dirk or somebody, and he was just hitting it like back to back to back. And I think that actually came after Hakeem probably killed him. Even Kobe had a killer fadeaway. I don't know if it came from Hakeem, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure like it's definitely come from Hakeem's dream shake and just like his post moves in general.
Well, Kobe, who I think is probably the most skilled player ever. If you talk about that kind of stuff, I mean, he even credited Akeem as the GOAT when you talking about footwork, movement, and skill, and that's from Kobe Bean Bryant. And he ain't giving nobody nothing unless it's earned. I mean, but either way, but look, let's take it in a different direction, right? We all know who we think the most dominant or greatest center is. But what about some of these other centers? Like, how do y'all feel about the Patrick Ewings, the David Robinsons, the Moses Malones, the ones that don't get the I'm the greatest, but we know they were still great centers. Like, what's some other great other centers y'all would consider great players?
David Robinson.
The two names that come to my mind is probably going to be Patrick and David Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Pat
I like Alonzo and David Robinson.
Yeah, definitely those two.
Yeah, I forgot about Alonzo though. I like Alonzo too.
What about Brad Daugherty? Do y'all not remember Brad Daugherty? Cleveland.
Nah, you're a little bit out of my league on that one.
I got
you. Serious.
You got who was some more centers in that area. I'm not saying these guys are great, but you got Luke Longley, Greg Ostertag. What's the tall boy that was with the Clippers?
Come on, bro. He can't be for real. Greg Ostertag is crazy, man.
You missed my first comment, bro. See, you got selective hearing.
I
said I'm not saying that these guys were good. I said these are some more centers that were in that era.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You jumped to trying to argue with me. I'm trying to argue.
I'm just saying when you name.
Morris said he come in peace tonight, man. Morris said he peaceful tonight. Channing, don't start him up.
What's the boy name? This boy that I'm talking about, he was pretty good though. He was actually on the Space Jam. The white boy, tall white boy.
Deadly Shrimp.
No.
Bradley. He talking about Sean Bradley.
Oh yeah, you talking about Sean Bradley? Yeah.
Oh, what about Bill Walton?
Yeah, Bill Walton. Well, once again, I didn't really watch Bill Walton. He kind of before my time, man. It's just hard for me to come in on. It's hard for me to come in on.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all. Well, let me ask y'all the question. How do y'all feel? I mean, if we throwing our centers in that era, how do y'all feel about Yao Ming?
I think y'all was solid.
I think he was solid.
He's a Hall of Famer.
My phone kind of blanked out. What did he say? I missed it.
He said, "What do we think about Yao Ming?"
Yao Ming.
I think injuries plagued his career to the point where he didn't get to reach his full potential. That's just my take on it. And I feel like, I think he was the transitioning point to what we got as a center today. He was one of the first doing what they doing now. Like I think
Bill Walton, man.
Joker is a 2.0 of where Yao Ming was going.
Man, I tell you what, boy, from 06 to 08, Yao Ming was handling his business.
He was
he would have business.
Shaq gave him respect. That's how you know he was tough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had about a 2 or 3 year span, but injuries definitely cut him short.
That's over averaging 25 and 10.
So outside of so you take these current centers. How many of them do y'all think will be considered in the greatest center category? And I preface that by saying, not as far as if they're better or not, but we know basketball is almost positionless. Like I know we look at Joker as a traditional center and Embiid, but a lot of these other guys are hybrid centers. Really stretch forwards, almost like Mobley over there at Cleveland. Players like that where they got a different type of skill set. Do you think they'll be compared to the great centers, or do you think you think eventually it'll be just its own type of category, like hybrid category?
Because y'all won't let them be in that same category as old dudes.
Should they?
No, they don't belong in it.
But I feel like they are not. I feel like they are not true centers though. I feel like they are point forwards. Like I feel like they are power forwards. I can't put Mobley as a center outside of Joker and Embiid. I think another center that nobody talks about is Andre Drummond. Like I think he getting lost over there in Chicago, but Andre Drummond when he was at Detroit,
he been playing good over there. He really been playing good. He's still
getting 20-something rebounds a game, some game.
Hey,
exactly.
He
doing good because they playing him. They actually playing him. They're not sitting him on the bench.
Yeah, that shocked me. He took Vucevic starting role in Chicago and been balling.
So I mean, I think Andre Drummond. Yeah, I would definitely throw Andre Drummond in there as a true center in the league. I would definitely put his name in there. Not saying he one of the greatest, but he definitely is as a true big man.
Yeah, honestly, I don't. What's up?
The league has got away from playing inside out, so it really take the light away from the big man. So that's kind of why they get away from. That's why the league don't play inside out no more. So that's why it transitioned from being a center to basically a point forward. Because if you want the ball, you're gonna have to get out there on the perimeter and get it. They're not finna sit there and hold the ball on the perimeter and just let you post up and throw it to you. That form of basketball is over with, man.
And to comment on what Morris saying, I agree. Like back to the basketball. I said to comment on what Morris said. Back to the ball. Back to the basket. Basketball is almost over with. I can give you 2 names right now that I see that's not in the league that was dominating in high school: Cliff Alexander was one of the most dominant cats coming out of high school. 5-star recruit, back to the basket player, didn't do nothing in the NBA. Jaleel Okafor was a back to the basket player.
Man, I thought he was
5-star
on
recruit,
ball.
one of the best players in the nation. You know what I mean? And they really got caught up in that passing of the torch era where they stopped using back to the basket players.
Look at James Wiseman. Look, Golden State, that's one of the few misses they've had.
That's another one.
Where they still had a prime Steph, a prime Clay, and they picked Wiseman. But you know what? What's crazy, though, because I went and looked at that. It was really a horrible draft, though. Even though, because I was like, man, they should have got somebody else. So when I went back and looked at that draft, I'm like, but who they going to get? You know, nobody popped off the screen, you know, that year. But Golden State, man, they had an opportunity to add something that year with limited choices. And to your point, E. Wiseman just didn't work out. You know, so yeah, it's all about the stretch fours now.
I mean, you know, he one of those type of cats. I hate to say, he should have stayed in college.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely about the stretch fours. But you still need those traditional bigs. You take even like the hometown hero Gafford, man. Gafford, I mean, hey, they don't call him the landlord for nothing. I mean, you still want a strong defensive presence from a big man. It's just the offensive end is where the big man suffers. The defensive end, they still got value. You know, you can.
Man, I like to see him in a high powered offense that run that court, bro. Like Phoenix. I think he'd help the Lakers out. To be honest with you,
I want him to go to Dallas, man. Over there with if he went over there with Kyrie and Luka, man, just imagine the lives this boy gonna be catching, man.
I mean, no disrespect.
They got Lively now, so he probably
they already have dudes that can do that. But what can Daniel Gafford provide that those guys can't? Me personally, I think that he should go to the Warriors. They need a rim protector.
Yeah,
I think that's the
league. I think where he at. He just signed where he at, right? Or we just talking?
Nah, I think he on his second. He on his second year. What you say, bro?
So he only signed 2?
No, he signed a 3-year contract, but I think he's in year 2 of it. If I'm correct, I may be wrong, but I think he's in year 2 of his 3-year. I think he did like a 3-year, $50 million, something like that.
Man, put him on Sacramento, man. Let him back up Sabonis.
That'll be nice.
That'll be crazy.
I think Dallas. I think Dallas will be the best place. I bump Lively back to the bench and let Lively develop since he's still a rookie, and let Dan go out.
Man, but Lively handling his business, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a fan of Lively, but I don't think he's further along than what Daniel is. And I think Daniel play better defense. Daniel got more size. You know,
he may play a little bit better defense, but
what do they need? They need defense. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
They both can do the same thing on offense, and Daniel to me is stronger and bigger because you're in the East, bro. I mean the West. You're gonna have to go against that big Serbian, and you're gonna need somebody with some size. And I watched them play. I ride with Dallas. I watched them play Denver. Lively looked like a pimple next to Joker. You know, most people do, but I'm saying Daniel got probably 20 pounds on him and probably an inch. And that's gonna matter when you start getting into them deep playoff runs, you know. And I'm a fan of Lively. I mean, I'm not saying they gotta do it, you know, but then me personally, I just like seeing him closer to home so I can go catch him. You know, I like represent.
Yeah. The thing about a person like Daniel Gafford, no disrespect.
Yeah.
With these centers nowadays, they go to the perimeter and draw him out of the paint, right? And you always see he's always getting crossed up, whether it's by Kevin Durant, whether it's by another dude, he's always getting crossed up or either dunked on because he has no perimeter defense. Plus, he's getting drawn out of the paint all the time because offenses nowadays just goes to the 3-point line. So that's
but he's a situational. But he's a situational center, though. I mean, you bring him in.
But I think a player like Daniel will benefit. Yeah, he benefit from a certain type of system. Like if you think about it, like everybody's saying, if you put him in a system with the Lakers and you already got AD drawing all that attention, exactly, he will definitely benefit from a team like the Lakers, man, because that'll take so much pressure off of AD trying to battle with rebounds. Every time the shot go up, Daniels go get the rebound, and they pushing the floor, and he's running. So a certain system, Daniel definitely benefit from a team like the Lakers if he was traded over there.
But even then, he still had to play with LeBron, who doesn't play well with two centers or two bigs on the court.
No, you can't have them both in at the same time. Well, you can start them both, but you have to pull Daniel out with 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes within the first quarter. Cause
I disagree because I don't think AD want to be a big. He want to play wing.
Oh yeah, man, I want to be a millionaire today.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to the in the bubble, that's how they won with him playing on the wing. He wasn't playing in the paint.
Bro, I got you. I'm just saying that's LeBron is not a great shooter. He's very streaky. AD, I don't want him out shooting threes because that defeats the purpose. And Daniel's not a 3-point shooter. So you're gonna give me 3 people that I really can't depend on shooting.
Man, they really missed the mark with OG and
Who they have on their team that can shoot anyway? They don't have any shooters, period.
Oh yeah, okay.
So why am I gonna keep pouring good money out the bag? Why am I gonna compound the problems that I got? If I'm the Lakers, I'm looking for shooters. I'm not looking for that. I mean, they got Jackson Hayes. If you want to put another center there, I mean, just let Jackson Hayes do what you're saying for Gafford. I mean, look, he can go to the Lakers for me. I just don't think it's gonna help him, you know. But
they really missed the mark. They really missed the mark on OG Anunoby. Because OG Anunoby provided defense and threes. And look at the way he is providing in New York. New York needed a few shooters, and New York needed defense. And now that's why they're killing right now.
Hey, but you know what? It's something to be said because Toronto is too. And Barrett been cutting up over there with Toronto.
Oh yeah,
I think that was one of them trades that worked out for both sides.
Pull the plug on Austin Reeves real quick and made that trade.
They have zero chance of winning the championship.
Who was that?
There's probably 4 teams that probably got a shot at winning the championship. The rest of these teams are just in the way. They're stepping stones to get there.
Maybe so, but you still gotta go out there and compete.
Yeah. Man, like who else is on the
Clippers?
Look, if I'm your fan base,
Denver.
if I'm your fan base, I better see that you trying to win, or else I'm not gonna be buying season tickets. So if you want me to just watch you on TV, that's one thing. You want me to buy jerseys and come to the game, don't just try to sell me anything because you think you can't compete. So I'm gonna still be trying to get better. But realistically, to your point, it's probably 3 or 4 teams that got a legitimate chance to win, but it's probably another 6-7 teams that could get streaky and knock one of them teams off. So I would say it's always 10 teams that's in the mix, but 4 of them that's really strong. But I don't think it's only 4 teams that could win it. You know, I can count 4 teams in the West that can win it. You know,
I'm trying to step on anybody's toes, and I don't want to argue with it. But the only team I see that's streaky enough that probably could knock somebody off is Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't think OKC could knock somebody off?
Absolutely.
In a 7-game series, no. I think they could take somebody 6 games, but I don't think they can beat any of those top 4 teams in a 7-game series. I don't think they can beat Miami in a 7-game series.
For real? I don't know about that. They have like a 3-headed monster over there with Giddey, Chet Holmgren, and of course Shea. But
they just got a deep team, period.
And Lou Dort, it's just a good team. Like
Shea looking like a top 5 player right now.
Yeah. Shea looking like
Minnesota.
the MVP. No, man.
Shea
is looking like a prime Michael Jordan.
So who are the 4 teams you think this kind of a lock?
I only see 3 teams that are capable of winning it all.
I think it's Clippers, Boston.
You said the Clippers? Man, I don't want to hear it.
I didn't say they were a lock. I said they got a shot. I got Clippers, Denver, Boston, and maybe Milwaukee on that side.
Milwaukee don't look as good without Drew.
And they don't look good right now, which is fine. I mean, it's still early, but I only see 3 teams that are capable of winning it, and that's Celtics, Bucks, and Nuggets.
I wouldn't put the Bucks in there right now.
Well, I mean, they struggling. That's part of it, though. It happens. I'm not saying they gonna win it, but
Hey,
if I gotta pick somebody to win the championship, I don't see no other team that I will put ahead of them.
I think a healthy Philadelphia, I would put ahead of them now.
Man,
I'm just,
Philadelphia been letting us down for years, man.
Yeah, I forgot
yeah.
about Philly.
Philly been letting us
About
down
Philly,
for years, man. They
that's
gonna
like
Yeah,
have to.
I can't.
Man,
I'm
Philly
with
got
Fred.
to actually.
I'm with Fred on that.
Philly
Like,
has
I'm
to
going with his
actually win a championship for me to see anything from them. They gotta
Man,
actually win one. They've
I
been
feel
letting
like
us down for years, man.
y'all are sleeping on the Knicks, man. I don't know, like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed on the Knicks. That's what I'm gonna do.
all right.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
That boy
feel
said he gonna
nah.
pop. That boy said he gonna pop a gun
Yeah, I
in
am too.
everything. He
Listen,
gonna make sure
I'm
he
finna get a
sleep
good
all
old.
night.
I'm finna get a good old air mattress. Give me a good old air mattress and go to bed.
I
Let's
yeah,
promise
go.
you that.
yeah,
I feel like Philly could get there, but I don't think they could put together a series. I don't think they
Shit.
poised enough to put together the type of mature enough as a team to win it all. And I just
man.
think it'd be kind of like the same thing Boston did. They got there, but then when they got there, they fumbled. Like you got it takes a certain type of poise and killer instinct to win,
But I
man,
mean,
and some luck and all kind of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
and I mean the
I
teams that
mean,
FJ
Yeah.
named, they are units. Denver has a unit. They have a system that's working. Boston has a system that's working. So I mean, the teams that
the
he
Warriors
named,
have
the
a
Bucks,
system that's
those
working.
three teams got systems that are working, man. And honestly, those are the three best teams.
And us five right here can beat Golden State
I don't know
right
what
now.
Channing talking about.
You
Us,
crazy.
Golden State is so
Bro,
man.
hear me out. Hear me
Yeah.
out. Steph is
They
in the
looked at
shooting.
ran out, Channing.
Man, you
No.
know
Hear
Steph.
me out.
You know Steph is boy, man. You know Steph is
Hear
boy.
me out. Hear me out.
Oh my goodness.
Steph is in
Yeah.
a
Y'all
shooting
looked up
slump.
and got that fourth.
Steph is in a shooting slump. Draymond's finna come back. Jonathan Kuminga's finna get his confidence because he finally voiced it to Steve Kerr. Once they start hitting
Man,
in
you got a
all
long
cylinders,
ass Christmas list. Boy, you need a whole bunch to go right. But you
dude,
just
like in
named
like a
it.
week, they're gonna go on like a 5-game winning streak at least.
Man,
Yeah,
it
Hey
look
man,
like
you
they
don't.
start.
ride with you, man, but I can't ride with that, man. I just
Hey,
can't.
hey,
So you're telling
you
me
don't.
Steph Curry isn't in a shooting slump and they're missing one of their best players in Draymond Green? Or one of their best defensive players in Draymond Green.
What are
Then
they? What?
Kuminga's
What I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, Shannon,
in stride.
this is my point right here.
Fred, they done gave you a headache.
The league has changed. The league has changed to the point where what they got now is not gonna cut it anymore. It's not. Those
That's
players
crazy.
on the
That's
downside of
crazy.
their career are not as
I agree.
dominant as they were 3-4
I told them
years
that last week they
I
need to get
agree.
rid of Clay.
They
Channing,
don't.
I
Clay
agree.
Clay is
need to go to the
overrated right
Lakers.
now.
I know
Channing,
Clay,
It's a passing of the torch with them.
hey,
Clay,
Channing,
Yeah.
do you
And you know the
not see
sad
the
part about all this?
Go ahead.
Like, you know the sad part about all this? You know the sad part about all this is what Markeith said earlier. They had the perfect opportunity when Clay went down and the half of their team was hurt. And they got a top 3 pick and went and got James Wiseman. Now, I'm not saying Wiseman wasn't a good pick, but you had an opportunity to trade that pick off for another top player in the league or future picks. So
Yeah,
they
that's what I
fumbled the
would've
bag
did.
on that pick. To
Yeah,
definitely
that's
keep
definitely
their
what I
team
would've
and keep
did.
that going. They fumbled the bag on that real bad.
I mean, I could see that. But FJ, what were you saying?
Hey man, you don't be seeing the writing on the wall, do you?
Dude, like y'all are sleeping.
You
Like
don't.
everything
Hey,
is going
you
wrong for the
don't.
Warriors right now.
Hey, you don't understand. Like when the well run dry, bro, it run dry.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Y'all were
I'm
saying
gonna say this
y'all were
though,
saying that
man.
about the Warriors a few years ago.
No, I was not saying that about the Warriors. What I'm saying is, man, when you see you got Steph struggling,
Come on, man.
you got Steve Kerr saying what he's saying, Klay Thompson been who knows where,
It's over.
Draymond fighting everybody.
Thompson has been averaging 24.
Hold on, no,
22 points a game.
hold
I
on,
don't
man.
understand it.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, let me ask you a question. Are you seeing the same Klay Thompson that you've seen 3-4 years ago? Are you seeing that same Klay?
Not the exact same Clay. The defense could definitely be better. but he's still averaging 20 points per game, like Clay
And-
usually probably would.
And that's fine. He's gonna average 20, but for Clay standards, that don't mean you playing good ball, brother.
His efficiency is terrible.
But then they have
terrible
a
this year.
deep bench. They have a deep bench with Trace Jackson Davis,
I don't
Brandon
care.
Podziemski, Dario Saric, Chris Paul. They're about to get Draymond back. Seth's finna
Oh
get
my
out of the
goodness,
shooting
man!
slump.
You really got to be kidding me, man. You got to be trolling,
Are
bro.
you for real?
You
Are you
got to be
serious?
trolling.
Are
Hey,
you
all I'm
serious?
saying is, man, they got how many championships?
4?
It's over with, man. It's over, bro.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Y'all are crazy.
They run.
They're definitely not out of it yet. They're not.
Check,
Bro,
not
Hey,
Clay is averaging 17
check this
points
out.
a game.
Check this out.
He's shooting 42% from the field and 37% from three.
yeah. This
All those
season,
got to
but
be
look,
career low.
look at his
What are we
last
talking
20
about
games.
this season?
Look at his last 20 games.
man, that
No,
man
you gotta
just
think
said he
about this
averaging
shit.
17, man.
I mean,
Look at his last
The
10 to 20
NBA
games. He's going up.
is at
Clay's
an
finally
all-time
starting to hit his
high.
stride back.
So hold on, Janice. So if he going up, basically you're telling me he will average 14.
no, he want me to look at his last. Well, I can see his last 5 games: 25 points, 19 points, 24 points, 15 points, and 3 points. That's still probably around that 17 or less.
What was that game before 3 points?
Oh my goodness!
I don't know. It
man.
only showed the last 5.
Okay,
Hey man, you gonna have to go on and suspend this guy, man. He needs a suspension, man.
Yeah,
no, y'all are crazy.
yeah. We got to have a board. We got to have a board meeting, man.
Hey, look,
Because
look.
Clay's actually
It'll
been-
do listen. It'll do you some good because I came back ready.
The thing is, Shannon, check this out. When the Warriors were winning, they was on a streak of luck that was so unreal that it was crazy. Like injuries and a lot of stuff
Man, I don't
was
want
the reason why they won a lot of those championships. And they were at the peak of their game when that was happening. They on the downside of their career now, and they ain't got the luck. So
Yeah,
I
Draymond-
think they have zero chance of winning it, bro. Zero.
Hey, Morris. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs.
Come on now. Come on now.
Shannon, they just missed the playoffs 2 seasons ago. What are you talking about?
They're
Well,
okay.
I mean,
so
they got
what
just
more
as good a
talking about?
chance as
Bro,
I mean,
they
I'm
number
talking about, man,
11
they
right.
built- it's
Bro,
like-
they
it's like
number
what Morris
11
said,
right
man.
now.
That team is built just like the Clippers.
Bro, they number 11. Who gonna collapse and let them pass them?
The Lakers.
I think the
And-
Lakers way better position.
They're gonna at least make the play
Mm-hmm.
in, and they're definitely gonna win the play in against some bad teams. Come on now.
So right, no,
I don't
excuse
think
me, I
they
was
win the
wrong. They
play-in
not.
against
I
the
was
Lakers.
wrong. They not number 11. They number 12.
Okay,
Excuse me.
they're a few games back from 8, right? They're like 4
Yeah.
games back from 8. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
not even a lot. We have like
Man, hey, at the end of the day, when I hear Draymond come up with this fake retiring crap, it's something
know.
wrong.
It made me want to throw up, bro.
It's something wrong with that team, brother. Whether you want to admit it or not, man, it's something wrong with that team, man.
And we should have saw
I
that
don't think
last
it's
year when
nothing
they
wrong
general
with it.
manager quit.
I just think they aged out, man. It's over with. They had a good run, and everybody's still so high off the run they had because it was amazing. They still want them to be good, but they just not good anymore.
Yep.
Man. They can't do what they were doing years ago.
That's
It's
exactly
over
what it
with,
is.
man.
Yeah, it's pretty much that simple.
I don't know what ball Shannon be watching, but it's all
Well,
good, man.
see, Fred, what's happening is he's 20. This is his first time really watching a dynasty, and in real time he get to see it die. See, everything else he had to go to YouTube. See, now he actually gets to witness it, and he don't know how to deal with it. You know, like when you lose your first girlfriend, she break up with you, you think the world coming to an end, but it'll be somebody else. Somebody else will come and steal your heart. I promise you. Don't
But
worry about
literally
it.
everything has to go wrong just for the Warriors to be a few games behind AC. Literally
mean,
everything is going wrong.
Listen,
you
listen,
mean?
Shannon. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Listen, I'm gonna give you
Prove
some
it,
advice,
Mo.
man. I've been in your shoes before. I've been in your shoes, so I know how you feel because I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, and I seen that dynasty go right down the drain too, brother. So look, go ahead, get you some tissue, get you some popcorn, and start watching them teams, man, because it's gonna happen.
Man,
Yeah, it's
over with,
I've
man.
watched 3 dynasties come to an end.
But you said
It's
like
over with.
everything had to go wrong. Everything didn't have to go wrong, Shannon. They just where they are. That's that's probably about what level they on right now.
But
man.
look at you. Look what you just said, right? Look, right? They're just unlucky right now. But they still have a
No,
whole
this
half
So
of
has
the
that's a
nothing to
season to
bad
do with
thing
go.
if
luck.
you depending on luck, Channing. If you depend on luck,
I'm just using Morris's
Morris ain't really
logic, right?
wrong though.
I'm using
He,
Morris's reasoning, right? If they're having everything go wrong, Draymond is out because he keeps hitting people in the face or choking people in the neck, right? Klay Thompson's finally on board. He just got out of a 2-year shooting slump. Steph Curry's, he's had 2-3 bad games in like the
What do
past.
you mean he finally on board? That man had 3 points the other night.
3.
Dude.
And you
Okay,
talking about he finally on
But
hey,
board?
but
can I say something?
y'all are
Can I
gonna
say something
ignore
real
how
quick?
he just scored 25. He just hold
Can I
up,
say
hold up.
something
He
real
You know
quick,
scored,
why?
Channing?
Because Steph ain't scoring. The points got to come from somewhere.
but Steph's
Can I
taking the
say
same
something real
amount of
quick, Channing?
shots.
Go ahead. Go
Can I
for it,
say something
Morris.
real quick?
What's up?
All right. So now you said Steph is not playing good. That's the reason why y'all are bad right now, right? I just want you to
Steph,
answer yes or no, and I'm
Draymond is
going next
out.
place. I just want to say yes or no.
No. I mean, also Draymond is out there missing a key piece on defense.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this: How did y'all win in the finals when Steph didn't play good? If Steph not being on this game is the reason why y'all losing.
I mean, I don't really know. I'm not honestly.
The
I don't know how to
team was
answer that.
better, bro. The team was better, and other players were better. They on
Look,
the downside, bro.
Morris. Look, if we
That's what
really
I'm saying.
being honest, he's wanting Draymond to come back, and he don't realize Draymond is the reason they don't have life now. His last 2 years, he's been slowly sucking the life from the
Thank
team,
you.
and you want
Yes.
him back. And you want
Yes.
him back. That's what's
Yes.
crazy. Like,
Yes.
if I was
Yes.
Golden State, I would have been looking for a trade
Can I use
partner.
this? Can I use this?
I would have tried to get from under him.
Yes. Yes.
Go
Can
for
I
it.
use this terminology? Listen, Channing. It's what FJ said, and I'm gonna just put a little spin on it. Draymond is cancer. It goes in remission, but it never leaves you. Until they get rid of that cancer, he's gonna always be that plug that's ruining that team.
Yeah.
And
At this point, where they at now, he is not. He's not beneficial to him. But in the championship runs, without him, they
Listen,
don't
I'm
win.
just gonna throw
So
it out there,
sometimes,
man. And there's no disrespect to you, Channing. It's no disrespect. Listen, it's no disrespect to you, Channing, when I say this. But Klay Thompson and Steph Curry light skin, bro. They not built like that, man. I'm just gonna throw it out
That
there,
was
bro. They
definitely
not built for nobody like
disrespect,
Draymond to keep on bringing all that BS in like that. Like,
yeah.
It's only one player
they
that I
not
would
though.
rather have.
If you look at how
E-Dub, it's only
no, go
one
ahead.
player it's only one player I'd rather have. I'd rather have Draymond over, and that's Ben Simmons. He the only person over the last 2-3 years I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep Dre if I can only get Ben Simmons. Cause that's
Come
the
on, man. You
only
can't be
one.
serious. You
Bro,
can't be serious.
I'm not. First off, I'm
You're
very
telling me out
serious.
of all the players in the
Hey,
league,
I had
you
that
only
argument
have
my
Talking
first
Draymond
about
show.
over Ben Simmons?
players with value, not the 10th man on the bench. I'm talking about players
Listen,
that would be of that ilk. Like I would not trade you nobody worth anything for Draymond unless I'm Brooklyn, and I would then trade Ben Simmons if y'all would take him. That's all I'm saying.
That's still even crazy. That's still even crazy.
Yeah, I'm just showing you how less regard I have for Draymond right now. To me, he's just a cancer on the locker room. He gonna hurt you more than he help you now. I just don't see the value. And then
I
like
Hey,
wouldn't go
Chan,
fool over
FJ said,
Draymond. Yep.
he come yesterday talking about reports coming out. He was considering retiring. Come on, man, that's so cheesy.
but this is my
Come on.
question though.
That's PR.
This is my
That's PR.
question, Channing.
What's up,
Even
FJ?
if it is PR, fine, that's cool. But how do you expect for your teammates to receive when they hear stuff like that? Like now, when you come back, are you really all in,
Right.
or are you just here to get your check? I mean, where are you at? Like that stuff affects the team bad.
Morris,
I
what's up, man?
don't think so, Fred. I don't think that affects the team bad because I think they already understand that it's a PR thing to try to get the public to more so accept him back into the fold of things. That's just my opinion on it. And just as well as your opinion could be right, I feel like mine could be too. I don't think he ever considered retiring. And if
Me
he did,
either.
I think he was just
No.
saying that to the commissioner, because I feel like the NBA, they need Draymond. Like he's definitely a market I would say a marketable player that really brings attention to the NBA. So the NBA without Draymond at this point is probably a less of a league.
No, because
I ain't gonna say that.
No, because
Go-
LeBron's still playing.
Yeah,
And that
I'm gonna
and
tell
that
you
ain't
this.
got nothing to do with being me saying LeBron is the greatest or nothing like that. But long as LeBron's still in the league, man.
And Fred, to that point, and it may be me. I may be the only one on this screen right now that feel like this. I really didn't even notice he was suspended because it was no impact. Like I didn't miss nothing with Draymond. In fact, what's been happening is since Golden State has been losing, and even Phoenix to a lesser degree, we've been able, and the Lakers, we've been able to see some new young guns, some new teams step up to the plate.
That's what I was just about to say.
I haven't missed Draymond at all. Like I've been happy seeing Oklahoma City. I've been happy watching Orlando. I've been happy watching Houston. Like I'm seeing a new generation of stars that let me know when LeBron does retire, when KD finally leaves, and Steph is gone, the game is in good hands. And if you notice, I did not say Draymond because when Draymond retires, I'm not gonna miss a beat. I'm telling you. In fact, I'm gonna be like, okay, I get to watch Golden State without somebody challenging every call the ref make in his game. That's all Draymond is to me.
If Golden State was winning, Draymond would be top news every day not being there, like he was whenever he got kicked out of the game for kicking people in the nuts. They not winning. That's why you're not feeling the impact.
Well, I will say this, man. When Draymond started all the antics that I'm gonna say it one more time. When Draymond started all these antics that he started with this team, it leads to everything else.
That's right.
Your team will play bad. Your players will shoot bad because now it's a mental thing now. Now everything is mental. He has affected that team pretty much since he's been on it. Now, granted, they won championships and all of that. I give them all of that. But this dude is killing this team.
You can almost still say they underachieved. I mean, they got no. I'm saying no. Okay, what I mean by that is there's a path out there to where if Kevin Durant stays, they win a couple more, and there's also a path that they did have a moment. Even though I think LeBron them possibly could have won, there's a side that could say that the momentum was broke when he got suspended for doing that old fuck shit to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying it from that perspective. I'm not saying they get another 2 or 3, but that's a possible one. And if he don't treat Durant like he the 10th man on the bench, it's a possibility Durant stay there and they do get a few more. I'm saying it from that perspective only. All speculation.
Did they have the money to pay Durant?
Yeah, they had the money to pay Durant. Durant just made a decision to leave. Now, what would have probably go ahead?
I was just gonna say, hey man, when you do good, good come to you, man. When you do bad, bad gonna follow you, man.
And that's even Draymond's mouth. He said last year after he socked Jordan Poole, he knew he no longer had the high ground. Now the young guys tuning him out. So like where in the past he could have gotten somebody's face and did Draymond stuff. Now nobody want to even deal with you because they see what kind of cat you is. He lost the locker room. Same thing this year.
I feel like I would have kept Jordan Poole over Draymond.
I would have too. Then not 3 years ago. Yeah, not 3 years ago I would have, but last year, yeah.
But I think
Draymond, you the counselor.
That's what ruined them though. Yeah, that's what definitely ruined that team though, because they had a good chemistry coming off a championship team, and you turn around and hit one of your stars of the playoffs in the mouth in front of his colleagues. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that, bro. Like you can't be the leader of the team and you got a star player that's up and coming that you're trying to bring up on your team and nurture, and you hit that man in his mouth, man, and think that your superiors are not go fool with you no more. Like Because they gonna be thinking like, if you get mad at us, you will hit us like that, try to take off on us too. So I mean,
did y'all hear the actual story?
It worked when Jordan did it.
He ain't Jordan.
Did y'all hear the actual story of how that went on?
What happened? Run it to me.
Draymond. So it was basically like the day before. I think Poole had got the best of him, from what I heard from on Gil's Arena. He broke it down. He said Jordan Poole got the best of him the day before, and he came back the next day, and basically he wanted to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And so Poole was just like, man, it's all good. You got that, bro. And that's why it seemed like he wasn't saying nothing, because it actually went down the day before when they was going back and forth. And so the next day he came back, and I guess he went home and slept on it. He was like, hell no, I can't let that young boy talk to me like that. And he basically came to practice the next day trying to pick a fight with Poole. And so when he said something to him, Poole was like, man, I already did such and such yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I already, you know what I'm saying, basically won the argument yesterday. So that's when he hit him in the mouth. So that's why.
Either way, it's weak.
It's weak.
Nah, but I'm with you though.
Wait, what did you just say?
I didn't like how he sucker punched him. I don't believe that. And Dre, I thought Michael sucker punching Kerr was weak. You don't hit your.
How you feel like he sucker punched him though? He was face up with him.
Well,
if you
in my world, that's a sucker punch.
So
in my world,
hey, I'm about to hit you, bro. Be ready. I'm finna hit you.
I mean, people get in people's face all the time on the court, but it's rare. It's rare that people actually sock their teammate dead in the mouth. Like, that's not something that we've seen a lot in basketball history. We will at least admit that.
Seen it, but from what?
Okay, so I'm only going by the ones that I've seen.
But the NBA players say that happen all the time, though.
Okay, Morris. So I'm on the record saying I don't care who it is. I would think it was a sucker move. We just talking about this one. So you think it's cool? I think it's a sucker move. We can disagree.
Can I chime in on that?
You sure can.
I mean, personally, I feel like two things can be true. I feel like it was kinda a sucker punch, but you know, we from the hood. Only sucker punch is the one you don't see coming. If somebody walk up in your face and then you push them, you should be prepared for whatever finna come. But on the aspect of sucker punch, yeah, because I'm with you. You're not expecting your teammate to swing on you, no matter really what y'all going through.
Yeah.
So he wasn't expecting the punch to come. So that's why I kind of see it being a sucker punch, okay, because he wasn't expecting that. But I kind of see like why people would say it's not a sucker punch, because you was looking right at that man when he swung on you.
You're right, Dre, but let's keep in context. You said it correctly the first. Who is Jordan Poole? Jordan Poole don't strike me as the person that's been fighting his whole life in the hood.
That's a fact.
So I'm just looking at it. Okay, we in practice. You get up in my face. I push you out for me. Maybe you gonna push me back. I'm not expecting you to drill,
bro. Draymond pussy, bro. Draymond is not no gangster, bro. Draymond pussy, and I say that to the extent,
you ain't getting no argument
Draymond
from me with that.
You just said about. I'm just saying when you said about that hood, man. Draymond is not that, bro. Because if he was that,
I didn't say Draymond was. I said Jordan Poole. No, I'm just, before you correct something you might not have to correct. I was talking about what Dre said. I don't think Jordan Poole, he don't come off as the type that's raised to know that on the basketball court, if somebody get in your face, you need to be ready for them to swing on you. Dre talking about years of experience playing in St. Louis. Or me playing in Rock Island. I don't know if Jordan Poole seemed like he probably came up in the AAU circuit. I don't know if
he probably never hooped outside before.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And we just speculate.
You gotta defend as a man.
Man, look, Jordan Poole. Listen, Jordan Poole went to Parker Chapel.
I understand.
Jordan Poole, he a West Side Christian player.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, Morris. Yeah, I feel you, Morris. I ain't saying you wrong or nothing. I'm just saying I don't know if Jordan Poole got the mentality of that. You know, he seemed like, I'm just saying, to me, it seemed like he was just, okay, he in my face. Because you got to even think about it. When he pushed Draymond off him, it wasn't like he bowled up at Draymond and pushed him. He was looking to the side like, man, I don't want to do this. Get off of me. And then Draymond hauled off on him. I wasn't expecting that either. You know?
I mean, I agree with what I agree with you, because first of all, it's your teammate, and you at basketball practice and all that. But man, when we talking about fighting, man, when Poole pushed him, Poole should have been ready. I'll say that. Poole should have been ready. He
in a fight.
He should have. What I'm saying is, even with him pushing Draymond, he should have been ready to fight at that very moment.
Unless he's not built like that.
What
That's
he should
true.
have told
That's
Draymond
true.
is, hey, bro,
That's all
don't
I'm
get
saying.
in my face, man. You can talk
Bro,
all you want to. You get in
Rudy
my face,
Gobert is
up.
7'4", 300 pounds, and I swear he wanted nothing but peace with Draymond. Cause Rudy from France, they don't fight in France. They don't even have guns in France. It's a totally different mentality.
Listen, that boy
that
boy was like a
respectfully, Keith, you are wrong.
Man, that boy looked like
both of y'all are wrong, man.
Hey,
man, I'm just. What you mean? I'm wrong. I'm just talking, having fun. I'm just saying, huh?
You cannot gauge how these men are on a mental level.
Morris, man, we having fun, bro. Don't get too serious, man. I'm just having fun,
I'm not
man.
getting
We just
serious.
no. I'm just saying, bro. I know I understand. I'm just making light of it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, to me, we all speculating, right? That's all we can do. So as we talking, I'm just like, that's what I observe. That's the vibe I get. Just me.
I tell you what, they still should be whooping on Karl Anthony Towns right now, because he watched.
Nah, for real, he should still be getting jumped.
Now, what's so boy, Fred? What's so boy play with Miami? They enforce.
I ain't gonna say that. I can't say that. I can't say
you
that.
look at somebody like Haslam. You know Haslam ready for it.
I can't say that.
You not gonna. I mean, it's just a
we
different kind of
Karl
mentality.
Anthony Towns laying on his stomach, getting beat up before. But it ain't.
Really?
I can't get that on Towns, because Towns,
we know it.
Towns was laying on his stomach. Was it Ben Simmons? Somebody was picking on him before, and he was laying up under that doing all that. Yeah, he ain't built like that.
Just imagine what he did to Nurkic. Just imagine had he swung on Big Ben from Detroit back in the day. Big Ben Wallace. Just imagine he's not, because he know, like I know, people have different mentalities. He would never dream of swinging on Ben Wallace, but he'll do Nurkic because.
But I'm gonna be honest though,
whether he right or wrong, he looking at Nurkic different.
I think
Go
Kenyon
ahead,
Martin. I seen Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin said it best, man. When I was listening on the podcast, Kenyon Martin said the problem is ain't nobody stepping up to Draymond and standing up for themselves and swinging on him. He said all it's gonna take is one player to swing on him and peck on him, and he go quit doing all that. He said until you get bold enough as a player to want to say, "Hey, you're not finna grab my teammate. You're not finna grab me like that." But hey, I'm talking about standing up toe to toe. Cat had that opportunity. Cat had that opportunity to beat him up real good and say, "Hey, man, like you got to chill out with all this."
Bro, when he pushed LeBron turned around and walked up to him and he bagged down. He thought LeBron was gonna back up. When LeBron turned around and bowled up to him, he like, boy, I ain't going nowhere. His whole mood changed.
Yeah, he did.
How somebody stood up to him. And I'm saying Jordan Poole, I guess I could be wrong. Jordan Poole could be a secret ninja that know all type of stuff. He just don't come off to me as that type of player that'll have.
I'm gonna say this.
Perfect analogy. That boy played at Parker Chapel, man.
I'm gonna say this. It ain't number one person. It ain't number one person in the league right now that I would put on Draymond, and that's old boy from Detroit. Because I'm not gonna lie, dude, little youngin was finna put something on LeBron that night when he bowled him in his face and cut him. Isaiah Stewart from Detroit Pistons. I ain't gonna lie, little dude scrapping. I seen him run up on LeBron. And he was ready to piece LeBron up, man. I ain't even so little.
He was at a certain point. He started grandstanding though.
And he about to piece Gill up too.
Yeah, he sure was.
Have you ever played against Parker Chapel?
Who?
Drake. He said that boy from Parker Chapel. Have you ever played against Parker Chapel?
Parker Chapel's fundamental. I just watched.
Yeah, it's the mentality though. We not saying he can't play basketball. We saying the mentality. If I go to Parker Chapel, I probably can punch everybody in the face, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
Hold on.
Let me make my point.
Hold on. I don't need no help on this one, brother, because I'm from Union County just like you is, so we can have this conversation.
Matter
of fact, I'm a little older than you, so I'm a little better, and I came out
Hey, let's hear what Mars. Let's hear what Mars
we can
going
definitely
with
have this conversation, Morris.
Hold on. I want to hear. Let Mars get his point out. Go for it, Mars.
I'm just trying to see when was Parker Chapel South.
I'm gonna stay out of this.
Yeah. Just hearing.
Oh no, I'm
just
not saying South. I'm not saying South. I'm not saying South, but I can say the breed.
I'm saying mentality. Most people there wasn't no fighters. That's all we saying.
Also, there you go.
Parker
There you go.
Parker Chapel is the only team in Union County that had a fight.
Yeah, I'm not saying they wasn't no dogs in the paint or nothing like that.
What did you say, Morris?
They had a fight, a literal fight.
Okay, so let me ask you this: who was on that roster? Who was on that roster?
Josh Lane.
Who was on that roster?
I don't remember name for name, but I played against Parker Chapel and I played in the paint with them boys. Them boys was not soft, and them boys was winning for sure. And I heard you say Westside. Westside, the only team in Union County that actually had a nigga on their team that murdered somebody.
But see, Morris, I don't want you to miss the forest for the trees. Okay, I don't know. Hold on one second. Morris, I think this is what everybody's trying to say. They being funny, but they just said compared to, like, okay, Parker Chapel, do they got some fighters there? I'm sure. Do they got some people that'll kill you? I'm certain. But Strong got a reputation that Parker Chapel don't have. That's all I'm saying. I don't know nobody, really hard nobody Strong or Parker Chapel, but I know the reputation that precedes Strong, and I know the reputation that precedes Parker Chapel. And it could all be wrong. I give you that. Maybe everything that people think and the stereotypes is wrong. But when you think Strong, you think, okay, you don't want to mess with them crazy cats down there in Strong. Parker Chapel, you worrying about the Klan or something. You know, you worrying about some racist stuff. You ain't really worried about.
There you go.
That's just the perception. That's just the perception, Morris. I'm not saying that's right.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And that's from an El Dorado cat.
Right.
Man, I don't really think Strong is stuff like that.
Ooh.
Hey, Mars.
Hey, Mars.
Hey, Mars.
Man, bring him down to Atlanta. Bring him down to Atlanta.
Hey, Mars, don't even comment on it, bro.
Bring him down to Atlanta.
Don't even comment on it,
man.
Mars.
Listen.
Bring him to the inner city.
This is what I'm gonna say, son.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because, like I said, I studied. I watched a lot of basketball back then. I watched a lot of baseball with Strong, man. I ain't even finna go there with that one. I'm gonna leave that one alone, Tanner. You on your own on that one, buddy.
Man, bring him to the inner city.
What's up,
Mars? He 12, man. Let him slide, man.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
This what I'm gonna say to you, Channing. Many people have migrated to Strong from all type of city. You got people from California, Atlanta, wherever. And when they come to Strong, they come with that city shit. That everybody from the city think they can slick somebody from the country.
I know.
And I'm just gonna put it like this. As of now, it's a level playing field because the attitude around the country is all the same. If we get into it, it's whoever can get to their pistol first. So
yeah, most definitely.
But if you put them hands up, and you come Strong and you put them hands up and say, let's box.
Hey, it's a good chance. Hey, it's a good chance. That's the last time somebody gonna see you.
You might not make it out down there, bro.
Boy, I promise you may not make it out.
And look, and Channing, that's a real reputation that Strong carries.
Keith, I know. Trust me.
No, I know. You know, we got family all down in Strong. But I'm just saying, I don't get that vibe when I go to Parker Chapel or North.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Anytime you want to fight, Strong ain't the place you want to go to have a fight. I tell you that.
That's a fact.
No, not no fight.
I promise you it ain't.
Witness a fight.
All feels equal on that pistol play. Anybody
oh yeah, anybody can do that.
What'd you say, Morris?
Whenever y'all want to talk about fighting and shooting, I don't want to be around. I want to be at home.
I swear. I swear.
I probably got more guns. I got more guns than the next person, but I do not want to shoot nobody, bro. And I don't want to be
that's right,
you sound just like me. You sound just like me, man. I don't want to shoot nobody, and I don't want nobody shooting me.
Nah,
I'm out the way, bro.
I'm good.
Hey, okay. Let's get back to non-counseling subjects. Dre. Hey, Dre, we are we already done went around, man. Who you got as the greatest center? I think I know, but we want to get you on the record. Did Dre
You
disappear?
on mute, bro.
I think he on mute.
I think he's just gonna say Shaq. I already know.
Yeah, I know. Just wanted him on the record.
I think he picked him in his top 5 all time, didn't he?
Yeah, I know it. I know that's his guy.
In his top 5 all time. Nah, he got
That's
Bron.
not ridiculous.
No, he got
No,
Shaq in his top 5.
That's not ridiculous.
What, to be number 1 all time? A player?
No,
No,
top
top
5.
And,
Top
and-
5.
and speaking
Like your
and
top
speaking of
5
Gil,
team.
y'all be watching Gil's show today? Did y'all watch Gil's show today?
Nah, I be watching him every other day.
Man, him, Kenyon, and McCants got into a real heated debate about the GOAT debate, right? And it's not about who the GOAT or not, but Gil made a point saying that if you're not 1 or 2, you can't even be in the debate. So if you're the 3rd best, you automatically have no business even being discussed.
Nah, I'll at least say top 3.
I was about to say
I'm gonna
top
say
3.
I'm gonna say probably top 5. A person can bring, like right now, a person can bring Kareem name up. I gotta respect it. A person can bring Magic name up. I gotta respect it. I gotta respect Jordan. I gotta respect Bron. I gotta respect Kobe. I mean, them 5 names that I know everybody don't agree with all those names, but as a fan, I'm gonna respect you if you bring up one of those names. So I'm gonna say 5. After that,
Hey, let me tell you what I came up with. I've been, we all been involved in those arguments for the last, I say, 10 years in my time that I've been, really just talking to. I don't think they should really just come up with a GOAT number. I think they should do like era. Like, okay, when I say era, hear me out though. Hear me out.
No, you're right. You're right. Let me finish my point, and I'll let you go back. Because where I was going with that's what Kenyon Martin was telling Gil, and it made me look at the GOAT debate different too. Just for peace sake, because he was like, "Hey, LeBron is the GOAT of this era. Before that, it was Kobe. Before that, it was Jordan. Before that, it was he went on down just talking about eras like what you about to say. So that's what I was going with it.
I think that's a cop out though.
It is.
I think that's a cop out. Pick your guy and stand on it.
No, but the reason it ain't because it's you take an old fella that if I'm talking about a 60-year-old, if he in here talking about it, do you know how passionate he gonna be about Oscar Robertson or Kareem? I'm talking about you're not gonna be able to tell him nothing, right?
Yeah, I respect that though. I respect the older people telling us that they people is better. I respect that.
So yeah, I know. So my point is,
I don't respect it.
What I was about to say.
Go for
is, I think what should be what could be arguable is when the torch was passed. Like at this point right here is when Kobe took over. At this point right here is when LeBron took over, because at some point they were playing the game at the same time.
yeah, I feel you. No, I feel
And
you.
LeBron was giving them. And LeBron was
that's a separate thing though, right? That's like who's passing the torch argument. That's a different thing to me. But I'm saying just addressing what Dre saying, I'm gonna always pick a top 5 because I just like talking about sports, and I know that encourages more debate and you get to hear more people's perspectives. So it's fun for me. I don't take none of this stuff serious. But technically, it's so hard to compare a player from now because look, y'all know me, I'm Team Jordan all the way. But it's probably 20 players in the last 20 years that got the same kind of athletic ability as Jordan. So now that's like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do that, I'm comparing 20 players with that kind of ability to a player when it was only maybe 2 or 3. So can't do that. And the same with Jordan, comparing Bird them. The game was slower, but they did what they did against their contemporaries. So I'm just saying I respect that. I'm gonna say a top 5 because I like to have fun with my list. Period.
Wait a minute.
Vince Carter could do everything that Jordan could do. Why wouldn't he Jordan though?
I believe it. T-Mac could.
Mentality. No, I know. No, I'm not even saying that context. You're right, because now you talking about mentality. Vince was probably more athletic than Jordan, but now it's work ethic, mentality, all those intangible things that kick in, which is the difference. But I'm just saying the game continues to elevate. People continue to get faster, stronger, quicker,
more skilled.
Yeah, more skilled in certain ways.
So,
less.
Hold up. when you just say that, I feel like a
I'm
few
trying
days
to get
ago
okay.
when I said players were more skilled, you were all like,
I say it in
"Nah, how do
different
you
ways. They're
define
not
skill?" But now you're
Shannon. The
saying they're
reason I
more
say
skilled.
that because when you talk about skill, you only talking about jacking up threes. I'm
No,
saying
I'm not.
like what's the conversation we started with talking about Hakeem Olajuwon, which is what FJ was saying. That's why people still go to Olajuwon because they want a certain skill set that's not being taught now. So I'm just saying, yeah, it is some skills that I put these current players over that's better, but not everything. But to your point though, the skill set that the young people are better in is the way the game is being played now. So they skill set gonna transfer better to this game, but that don't mean that they skills are so much more superior than the other ones. It's just a different game.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Man, do you know how much
I
I've
do
been
disagree.
disagreeing with y'all tonight? I mean, that's the whole point of this show.
I agree
I
with
done heard
Morris. I
some ludicrous
disagree.
stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's
I
me.
mean, when you're talking about today, right? Of course, we've learned from our predecessors playing basketball, right? Like I learned from my brother learned from his dad. His dad probably learned from his dad, right?
Yeah.
We're taking all of that into account. And you don't think the guys nowadays know how to post up like players like maybe like Alonzo Mourning? I'm not saying everybody can post up like Hakeem Olajuwon, but Hakeem
Shannon,
Olajuwon was
if they don't practice it, they won't be as good. Just like it was players that could shoot threes back in the day, but they didn't shoot as many. So in practice, they weren't shooting 200-300 threes. If you shot 200-300 threes every time you practice, like in the 90s, you would be better 3-point shooters, don't you think?
I'm just saying we're very good in a lot of aspects in the game as far, and when we're talking about older players, they were very greatly skilled in only probably one or two aspects of the game. Does that make us more skilled? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like we're more all around players nowadays. We know how to do everything. Like I'll
Not
post you up,
everything.
get the dirt fade away on you, and then cross you up
But
and hit a
I
three
think
on
the
you.
beauty, I think the beauty of the game, man, is the evolution of the game, man. I mean, it goes back to before we was born, from the 60s on up. Each year, each 10 years, the game of basketball evolves. You know what I mean? And I think that's the beauty that we're being able to see. Like I hear everybody saying it, but that's why you really have to start doing, to me, the GOAT debate in each era, because each player evolves. You know what I mean? Jordan evolved, Kobe evolved, LeBron. Each player has their own dominant skill set that they're bringing to the game. And I'm starting to think like it's really hard to, you know what I mean, just start comparing each other, like who is the best individual player. Because to me,
because they couldn't even dribble back in the day.
At a Jordan, or if you look at a Kobe, you can't really compare athleticism to them to LeBron, because I mean, we've seen what LeBron can do as far as athleticism and that, as far as his size. We haven't seen nobody be able to do that. So I mean, it's just the evolution of the game, man. It's just a beauty to be able to see each player evolve each year. So yeah, it is kind of hard to have that that conversation, because I got a topic, honestly, that I wanted to throw out there for the next show that I really want to compare and I really want to see, and it's more catering to Kobe. It has nothing to do with LeBron, but as far as duos, because I'm hearing so many people say, you know, well, Kobe's not in the debate and he had Shaq,
which is
but
crazy.
Jordan had Pippen. So I want to know who is the better, what's the better duo, like who in without who, or
dude.
you know, what would that comparison be like? What's keeping Kobe out of this debate when Jordan had help too?
Well,
it's not even
I'm gonna tell you one thing that's keeping him out of the debate is people like Channing, because see, Channing, he's so very disrespectful. He want everybody to praise all this no defense playing, running guns, shooting threes on a 4-1 break stuff, but he don't want to pay respect to the old school. So what that's gonna do is back a person like myself in the corner. So I'm never gonna ever truly give him what he want, because he's too disrespectful. So this will keep going until everybody come to the table and say we respect our eras.
But they couldn't even dribble back in the 70s and 80s.
Until that happens, he keep talking this nonsense. It's gonna always be lines crossed.
They couldn't even dribble with their left hand back in the 90s.
Hey, even in the Bible, they say, hey, the people in the Middle East and Israel, they're gonna always be at war. You know,
you said they couldn't dribble with their left hand in the 90s?
They couldn't even dribble with their left hand.
And the Bible is
they couldn't even dribble with their left hand. Like I
in
can
the
dribble
90s.
with one hand, which is my left hand, which is my weak hand. I can do between the legs behind the back with my left hand, everything. They couldn't even dribble with their left hand. NBA players.
He don't even realize how we played ball in the 90s. That's what I'm saying, bro.
How did you play ball in the 90s?
Out your mind,
How'd you play ball in the 90s?
Hey man, he must have watched Bob.
We practice.
Hey, listen.
We practice every shot.
He like the YouTube. He need to go back and watch Bob Cousy.
This is Bob Cousy right there. This is Bob Cousy right here. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, Chan.
He was doing this all day with the right hand. Look at my right hand. All day.
Hey, Fred Channing trying to go viral, bro. That's what I don't figure it out.
They couldn't dribble with their left hand. This is like fact. When Jordan,
I mean, if we go back to Bob Cousy, they was padding that motherfucker though. They wasn't dribbling in Bob Cousy era.
When Jordan, the 90s.
I just saw this.
He said the 90s.
I heard him say this Bob Cousy right here. Yeah, Bob Cousy. But in the 90s, they dribble better now. But in the 90s, they dribble better than Bob Cousy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, you look at Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
Tim Hardaway is not. Bro, I crossed
Allen Iverson.
Tim Hardaway up right now.
Well, you be
in his prime.
No. Hey, listen. He's trying to go viral.
All these dudes up in their prime. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. I'm not going back down on it. I'm standing on bid.
No,
this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, all these
dudes, you probably like Soldier Boy too.
I think you need to go back. You need to go back. You need to go back and watch Joe Dumars, Dennis the Microwave Johnson. Like, you need to go back and watch Gary Payton and Tim Hardaway. Them actually who you could throw Baron Davis out there. Like, it's a lot of guards that I think you ain't really noticed and watch their game.
Brandon Roy.
Seriously. Hey, Channing.
What's up?
Steve Francis.
Hey,
Francis.
I'm trending to not respond to nothing you have to say anymore, bro.
y'all gotta, because I'm just saying, like, they even reacted to a Michael Jordan clip where he dribbled behind his back to his same hand. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's easy. Like, I could do that in my sleep. I could do that on a pickup court guarded by 5 people, and I could still do that.
Man, it sounds like you need to be playing college ball for somebody.
Absolutely. Then. I'm just short compared to my people.
No, don't give me that excuse. What's in your heart? Don't give me that short excuse.
All right, so you're telling me a 6'1" dude, absolutely a 6'1" dude. But I'm just saying, what's the percentage that a 6'1" guy is making it to college?
That don't matter. It don't matter.
NBA full of 6'1" and 6'2" dudes.
It don't matter. What's in your heart?
How many?
You giving me a crazy excuse, bro.
Bro, I have the mentality of, come on, man, y'all can't guard me. Like,
no.
I'm saying. Like, y'all underestimate our mentality nowadays.
No, listen to me, brother.
Disrespectful that you even get on the court with me and
listen to me, Channing.
You can guard me. That's what I'm saying.
Channing, listen to me.
If I saw you on your prime, I'd be disrespected. I feel disrespected that you even feel
Channing,
that you can get on the
listen to me,
Dre,
man.
Hey, Dre, have Channing been over there with you smoking?
Channing,
you been over there hanging with Dre?
No, man. I'm already.
I agree with the younger man. The NBA, as of right now, is in a transitioning point where I know we've been saying about the skill set, but at this point, skill set don't even matter no more.
It's that hardware. Hardware in the back.
I said skill set don't even matter no more. It's getting to the point where it's going to how tall can you, like, I would take a 6'9" guy with less skill over a 6'5" guy that's skilled.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody from like that 6'6" to 6'8" range.
I wouldn't. Give me the 6'5" guy.
And you're gonna lose.
All right, dude. You can't be for real, man. You telling me you wouldn't take a 6'8" dude with the same skill as a 6'5" dude?
No, you said a 6'9" guy. You said a 6'9" guy that's not as skilled as a 6'5" guy.
Yeah.
Man, y'all talking
Give me the better player. What is we talking about? You want the taller guy. I want the better player.
Okay, check this out. I'm about to give you a prime example of what I'm speaking of, Drake. Do you think that Brandon Ingram is more skilled than Malik Monk?
Yeah, just there. He can shoot the 3. He can shoot the mid-range.
No.
He is definitely not as skilled. He's not as fluent. He is.
I mean, to answer, I don't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between 6'5" and 6'9".
He not. I agree. He not.
But Morris, don't it also matter who you got on your team? What if you got some people that already fit that profile? Or you gonna just keep adding more 6'9" players, and then you're gonna look like Brooklyn and ain't got nothing?
Look at the NBA today. They're full of
It don't work
6'6"
like
to
that, bro.
6'8" players.
Man, y'all sitting there. Hold up, man. I'm still on Channing, man. Y'all letting Channing get a pass, and I'm trying to figure out why.
I feel disrespected if someone steps on the court with me.
This, and I'm gonna let you have it, Fred.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying that to say, you said you've been watching Gil. That's where I got that analogy from, and it made sense to me when they brought it up. He was like, the reason why a lot of those players are not getting paid is because you can only have one undersized guard on your team because they're gonna be a defensive liability.
Exactly.
So they're gonna take a 6'9" guy with maybe less talent because it's gonna end up being the same thing. They're gonna give up more points on defense because he's not gonna be able to guard nobody.
And if you look in the history of the NBA,
let me ask you something. Are y'all trying to say that when we're gonna look up in the next 5 years and everybody on the team is gonna be 6'8" and 6'9"?
Yes.
I mean,
pretty much.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Look, I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you analytics that are proving that right now.
That's crazy.
Actually, FJ, go.
I don't care about no analytics.
Going in now. Yeah, show me
the whole entire team. Right, nobody is on the whole entire team.
I'm talking about distribution. Everybody is about to be 6'6".
Bro, it's things that you want a smaller player that only a smaller player can do that tall, lanky players still can't do, bro. The agility, bro. When you start getting past 6'5", 6'6", you lose some of your agility. I'm sorry. You're not gonna be able to move like a Jordan or a Kobe or somebody like that when you start getting at 6'9", 6'10". You're gonna have a select few, and they're not gonna be even real efficient with it. So I totally disagree with that.
That's your opinion, but the thing is,
what ain't we all?
So the thing is, like, okay, how did Isaiah Thomas have an MVP caliber season, and the next year he couldn't even get a
because he got hurt. He got hurt. You do remember that, right? He got hurt and missed the whole season.
So when he got his surgery and came back, why
the league had moved away from him. He had his time. We've seen a lot of players like that. I was
just gonna say that. We done seen a lot of players good 1-2 seasons or have 1-2 MVP seasons. That happens.
Yeah, including 6'8" and 6'9" players. Like, that's not unusual.
But hold on,
MJ, go ahead, MJ. You and Channing.
Here's what I was gonna say.
Go ahead, MJ. We done skipped him a couple times. Go ahead.
You don't get to talk no more, bro. You don't get to talk no more. Here's my thing, Channing. I can't do nothing with you on the basketball court, brother. I can't. My thing is, bro, you say you 6'1", right? Now you talking about how good you is at this sport and how great you is. Why are you not playing college ball?
Because I focus more on football.
You do what?
I focused more on football. I even got a D3 offer in football, but I was just very small.
And but you better at basketball, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. You saying that 6'1" players aren't successful, right?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying few 6'1" players are successful than like a 6'6" to 6'8" player or 6'9" player.
But initially you said they not gonna make it nowhere. That's what you said initially.
Percentage wise, yes. They're not really gonna not too many 6'1" players make it to the NBA. Or at least have a good role in the NBA.
So let's just say not the NBA. Some of them do
pay D1. Yeah, sure, but like
say high level D1 because I look.
There are only 12 spots on a basketball team, right?
Hold up, I look at Keon Minifield Jr. for the Razorbacks. He's 6'1". He the best player on that team.
Absolutely. I'm not saying like you can't be the best player on your team. Steph Curry's the best player on his team.
You say what now?
What's that guy's draft stock looking like for the NBA?
I mean, he probably won't even get drafted. He may not get drafted. That's just how it is with college ball. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I'm still going back to why. Yeah, but I'm still trying to go back to why he ain't playing basketball.
Me?
Yes.
I mean, it's very hard to get a basketball offer nowadays, especially at 6'1".
It shouldn't be if you can do everything to all these NBA players. It shouldn't be hard for you to get a basketball scholarship. What are you saying?
He did say he put a blindfold on him and go clean his legs 100 times.
You just got through telling me what you would do to some of these all-time great NBA players. And now you telling me it's hard for you to get a basketball scholarship?
Absolutely, because analytics says 6'6" to 6'8" guys are getting more offers.
I'm not gonna let you tell me that when what's in your heart though. It's what's in your heart.
But FJ, that's the problem. They let analytics control him, so analytics have suppressed his drive. He's given up because analytics said he should.
That's not. You have to look at.
That's
the
what it
future.
sounds like.
More
Yeah, that's
people
what
make
it
it to the
sounds like.
NFL than the NBA.
Because if
That's
analytics told you that you had a 60% chance, you would probably have a different mentality, right? Well, if they said a 6'1" guard, then you would have a different mentality, right?
All I'm saying is there are 12 spots on the college
Okay,
roster.
by you not
D1
answering
roster.
was an answer.
That's not true.
First person trouble.
I'm just saying there are only 12 spots on a D1 college roster, and there are only a few successful teams in college basketball that can probably make March Madness on a regular basis.
It's plenty of players go to the league.
When you say that 6'1" guards or 6'2" guards doesn't make it to the NBA, you're basically giving up on yourself, brother. That's what you're doing. You're saying I can't make it because they told me.
I'm just saying percentage-wise is improbable. Like, why would I?
Because who told you, brother? Who told you that?
You can't defeat stats. That's a fact. Like, that's just a fact.
And you took it and ran with it.
Not true. I'm not necessarily just thinking about statistics all day of my life when thinking about playing basketball. I'm just saying, like,
hold up. That's what you initially said. That was your response.
And that's how you come off all the time.
That's how you came off. You said the chances of you making it and being successful is very small. That tells me that you immediately gave up on yourself.
Also, I think we're also forgetting, like, I'm a pretty smart guy. Like, I still made it to Cornell. Half these guys who go play basketball, they go to college, and what does it end up being? Okay, yeah, you got free college. I already have free college. I come from a different background than most of these other guys.
Well, we're not talking about going to college and being successful. That's not what we're talking about right now.
I'm just saying you play college basketball, but at like, what are you gaining from playing college basketball?
What you mean? What do you get?
Make it past the college level. Will you make it to the NBA?
What he said is basically what I was saying is
what do you gain from that
in your own self? So he know he wasn't going to the NBA, so he gonna focus on basically academics.
I grew up in an era where I saw Sharif Cooper, Brandon Boston, a lot of these Isaac Okoro, a lot of these guys come up. What's his name? Scoot Henderson. I played against Scoot Henderson back in like the day. I almost played against Amani Bates back in the day. I'm just saying, like, there are a lot of players you just know, like, it's probably improbable that you're probably gonna make it to the highest level. So why even try? You could play college basketball, but what does it end up turning into? Like, you're just gonna get a free education, but I already have a free education.
It's a lot of college ball players that's making really good money overseas now. What you mean? What is he gonna turn into?
Well, I think what it sounds like to me, Shannon just have never wanted to be a basketball player.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. That's all he's really saying. So all this stuff you talking, then maybe you just need to tone down talking about what you'll do to folks if you don't think you really that guy.
Also, I didn't
don't
really.
Don't let him kill your drive, youngster. If you feel
Also,
like
I didn't.
We didn't kill his drive. Analytics killed his drive. We
also,
try to
I didn't really like basketball how I liked it before until like literally a year and a half ago. I just started like loving basketball.
You know, I know you, fam.
I love basketball. I just love playing basketball more now. I love the game. I love history, but I love playing the game now still. Because now I started learning how the game works more. I probably want to coach basketball. I could coach basketball, probably be a GM.
Either way, Shannon, what you need to start doing is learning how to respect your elders.
They don't deserve respect compared to these guys nowadays.
Damn, maybe so they don't even deserve respect. Like
maybe
even
a few of them deserve
period?
respect.
God.
They don't deserve as much respect as these guys nowadays.
I'm curious to know why you feel like Brandon Ingram is more skilled than Malik Monk.
I mean, I watched them both play. I mean, I think Brandon Ingram can do more on the court, but I like Malik Monk. So, okay, so this is. Let me answer it like this. Let me answer it like this. So just so I make it maybe clear. If I'm drafting one or the other, and I got both of them in front of me, I'm gonna go with Brandon Ingram because he's a 6'10", 6'11" person that can shoot. No, I know where you're going with. That's why I said that, because I'm finna make your point for you, because I let you know I understand what you're saying. Brandon Ingram can do everything to me that the other guy can do, plus he's taller, which is the point that you're making. But what I'm saying is there are some players out there that's not Malik Monk, that's shorter, that I would take over Brandon Ingram. I'm just comparing Malik Monk's skill set being comparable to Brandon Ingram. But there are shorter players that I don't feel like that on. So yeah, you're right. I know where you were going with, and it do make sense. You're saying 6'10, 6'4, both of them got the same skill set, both of them can shoot. Who you getting? You right on that. You right. I would take that too. I'm just saying that's not every scenario. You know,
What
because
I'm saying is, I feel like Malik Monk is more skilled than him, though.
but that's your opinion. I watched them both. To me, I feel like that Brandon Ingram can shoot threes. Probably not as good as Malik, but Malik real streaky. I just trust Brandon Ingram on the court based on what I've seen their production. In fact, Malik ain't even starting. He haven't even showed Sacramento that he's good enough to be a starter. I mean, if that's not enough evidence, I mean, yeah, he's a good streaky shooter. He'll come in and hit some shots for you, and he can jump. But Brandon Ingram is more of a dog. Brandon Ingram gonna get you 20 to 25 points or more every game. Malik may get you 30, he may get you 3. I don't know what I'm gonna get. So I like the skill set of Ingram better. It's just really that simple.
I'm gonna let Morris actually talk.
Okay, well, Malik is not a number one option on this team. Brandon Ingram is probably one or 1A or 1B on his team. He's gonna shoot more shots. So if you give him the same amount of shots, I feel like Malik would have the same amount of production as he got if he had the amount of freedom that he has on this team. Malik is not the number one option on that team.
So yours is hypothetical, and maybe that would be true. But what's actually happening is one is actually producing more than the other. It has been since they both been in the league. So hypothetically, maybe if they both had the same freedom, maybe one could be better. I don't know. But what I do know is one is a perennial starter, all-star, and gave out more production than the other one who's never made an all-star, never been a full-time starter, and give less production.
It's making my point.
I know that's what I told you. I told you that. I said I know where you were going with it. That's why I would get Ingram too. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't think you were wrong on your point. I just don't think it applies to everybody. I think it applies in that scenario.
If you look at the Sacramento Kings, right? Every single guard on that roster is probably very skilled. Probably more skilled than Brandon Ingram, right? So Malik Monk doesn't get the time. Come on now. Be real.
No, make the statement. Make that statement unique to you. Just because you saying it don't mean we all agree with it. Say this is what I think, because I totally disagree with that.
This is what I believe. De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter.
So you saying Kevin Huerter is better than Brandon Ingram? My God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
I told you, man.
Oh my God.
He can dribble. I'm just saying it's more common. Hold up. Here's what I'm gonna say. It's more common for a guard to be more skilled, but when you see a skilled forward,
I don't know what else to say now.
No, y'all aren't listening. It's more common for a guard to be skilled, right? But if you see a skilled forward, obviously they're gonna hold more value because they're taller and they're also very skilled. So that's all Morris is trying to say. Maybe Brandon Ingram isn't as skilled, but his height makes up for that. That's why he's probably better than Malik Monk. But if you put them at the same height, Malik Monk will probably be better.
Well, if you put them at the same height, a lot of mechanics change. So we don't know if Malik Monk is shooting the same with another 3-4 inches on him. We don't know if he's shooting the same if he's that skinny. We don't know. You're basing it on how he shoots based on his body type, his style, what he's been coming up with all his life. That changes once your body starts changing. So I'm not gonna ride with that.
I'm just talking about in reality, right?
But why did you bring up Kevin Porter's name? Explain that to me. Why is he in any conversation that we would ever have?
He's a shooter. He can definitely play guard. He's he's not a great defender, but he can play perimeter defense.
He's a shooter that can play guard. That's your reasoning.
What defense have you seen anybody play on Sacramento? What are you talking about, man?
Pretty well defense. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's another analogy. Who's more skilled, Hakeem or Shaq? Who's more skilled, Hakeem or Shaq?
Hakeem, I would say.
Absolutely. So why
What's
did
your
you
point?
pick Shaq over Hakeem?
I
Because
told
he's
you.
taller, he's bigger.
No, I just seen that he gave more production to me over his 4 or 5 year span than I thought the 4 or 5 year peak of Hakeem. It had nothing to do with nothing. I'm just saying, for the longest I had Hakeem, which shows you it's neck and neck. I wrestled with it today. I had to go back and look at Shaq to get that feeling before I came on here today. Like,
But
let
why
me
was
see.
Shaq's production so high over not so high over Kareem, but so high?
You do realize Shaq and Hakeem have similar production over their career, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
No,
so
he don't.
what? So, huh?
He don't know.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying I was wrong. I was gonna say they pretty
But
close
you,
on
but you
everything.
just
He don't know.
but you're putting Shaq over Hakeem, but that's for a reason, right? So why do you see Shaq's production to be over Hakeem's production?
Let me ask you something. When I said that, LJ, you was on here, Morris. Did I say it was like no? Morris said it wasn't close. I
I'm
said
not
I had
saying
to
that. I'm just
wrestle.
saying
No, no.
even
I'm just
negligible.
saying. I'm just saying. Okay, why you didn't ask me that 2-3 weeks ago when I was saying Hakeem?
What do you
Because I'm
mean?
just
I have
saying.
Shaq over Hakeem.
No, I said when I was saying Hakeem 2-3 weeks ago when we were talking about this. What I'm saying is, as I looked and have been looking at more and more Shaq stuff, and as this center stuff been out in front since Shaq a couple weeks ago, I'm like, yeah. As much as I love Hakeem and he's my favorite center, and I would probably pick Hakeem over Shaq if I were picking a team, just because I like Hakeem's style. If I got to go to greatest, then I'm probably gonna go with Shaq. If I'm talking about the best as far as skill set, I'm gonna probably go with Hakeem. But since we were talking about the greatest, I feel like Shaq has had a greater career. That's
Absolutely. And why?
yeah,
What has
but
contributed to that greater career?
winning, he's won more.
Why
He
does he
probably got
win
a
more?
well. One reason he had Kobe Bean Bryant with him for 3 of them. That don't
Absolutely.
hurt.
But Shaq was
That
number
don't hurt.
one, right?
And then you had Dwayne Wade for another one. That don't hurt. I mean, you asking me, right?
Shaq was number one, right? Is all I'm saying. So there has to be a reason why Shaq is winning more than Hakeem.
But it's
Even
not the
with
reason
him,
you want to make it. Maybe the reason you got him first is what you want me to have him first. I've explained it.
why do they
I
call
thought
Shaq the most dominant player ever?
because they want to.
Okay,
I
why are
guess
they calling him? Why are they calling him the most
everybody
dominant
don't
player?
call him that. You got people saying Wilt is the most dominant player.
Okay, anyway, he's bigger, he's stronger, he's taller, and he's not necessarily faster, but he's definitely all of those
What does
physical
this have to
attributes.
do with what we're talking about though? Like
Because I'm saying physical attributes make up for that skill. And that's why Shaq has
who
contributed
said that?
more
Who
to the
said
league.
physical attributes? What? Okay, so if
I'm
that's the
helping
case, then we
Morris's
got
point. I'm just saying
so we
Brandon
got Yao
Ingram.
so we got Yao Ming over Shaq then, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Just because
It
you
can only
bigger,
make up so much. I'm just saying
I know,
Shaq.
but that's
Of
when
course, they're probably
okay, in 1997 finals, when Orlando went against Houston, Shaq was bigger, stronger, and faster than Hakeem then. Why
and
did
he
it
was
not pan
younger.
out? Okay, so now we're gonna play the young, but you told me the young people are the best, right?
No, I did not. I never said that. Shaq wasn't even in his prime when he played
Okay.
the field.
So you telling me a Shaq, who had been an all-star 4 times, rookie of the year, had took the best record in the league.
Has no finals appearance or finals experience ever.
Hakeem didn't either.
Okay.
Until he
But
won his
Hakeem had been
first.
playing for like 10
No, I
years.
said Hakeem didn't
Well,
either until you win his first. So
Hakeem
what?
had been playing for 10 years. He was
hey,
the number one pick.
your rebuttals are impeccable, bro.
Man, they are horrible. I'm not gonna even be sarcastic. They are horrible.
He's saying your rebuttals are impeccable, right?
Boy, I'm talking about you, boy. You every time you keep moving the goalposts,
He
Channing.
do every time. He don't even realize it.
But I'm just saying.
Man, look,
Of
you're
course,
right.
it takes a blend of skill and physical attributes, right? Yao Ming didn't have the skill that Shaq had. Shaq still had a post game. He could still do that drop step. He still has that
Hakeem
physical
did
attribute.
too.
I thought you
Absolutely.
said taller players are better.
Yeah, that's
I'm saying
why I said you. If you're talking about size,
I'm saying size can make up for a lack of skill. That's my argument right here. And that's why I argue that Shaq is probably a better player. He's a more dominant player. over
But
Hakeem.
see, that's a simplistic way to say it because you're right. Okay, if I spot a guy and we're just isolating one person, not comparing them to nobody, okay, you're 6'10" in the 9th grade, but you can't play. You don't have skills. Well, I still want you on the team because you being 6'10" alone in the 9th or 10th grade is value. But
Yeah.
once you get to the pros, you still got to be able to play. It's
Absolutely.
not just because your size. And I'm
I'm
gonna
not
give you
just-
an example.
Bol
If
Bol
you're
is not
talking
better than
about
Shaq.
size, no, and if you're talking about size, let's take Hakeem Olajuwon out of it. We saw what he did to Shaq. But you said, oh, he was young, but Shaq was bigger. So then the next year they
He was
play
still young.
Michael
He
Jordan them
inexperienced.
with Orlando
And
in the West Finals. Dennis Rodman, who gives up at least what you say 60 pounds on Shaq, and at least 5-6 inches on Shaq, he was able to contain Shaq because he played hard defense. It had nothing to do with the size. And I don't want to hear, oh, he was only, this was his 6th season now. He had been to the finals. He had been to the East Finals. He had all kind of accolades. But are you only saying he only got good when he got to the Lakers?
Watch the
He
rebuttal.
didn't only get. I'm just saying that skill comes with
Hey, watch
experience.
the rebuttal.
You
It's
learn
crazy.
You learn more
if
about the game.
So
as
what?
you
So
play
what
more.
was the excuse the next year? Because you said he wasn't experienced. He played Hakeem in the finals, lost.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen those statistics.
Okay,
but
forget the stats. This is what you do know. He played Hakeem in the finals and lost. So now he has experience, right? So then he comes back to next year with experience and loses to Jordan and gets swept again. What's the difference? I'm gonna let you ponder on that. I gotta take care of a customer real quick.
I mean, that's a Bulls team who had repeated just a few years ago. I mean, that's not even that. That's all I'm saying.
Channing, man, you compare Kevin Huerter to Brandon Ingram, bro. You, it's something wrong with you, bro. You can't do that, man.
They said it's something wrong with you, bro.
I'm just saying he has more skill.
Kevin Huerter has more skill than Brandon Ingram?
Hold up.
Ain't no way you finna tell me that shit.
Bro, you can't be serious, man. I keep telling you, you a troll, bro. You a troll for real,
I'm so serious.
No, you don't think Huerter better than Brandon Ingram. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't.
I'm not saying better because Brandon Ingram has also the height and he does have skill. Obviously, he has skill. I'm just saying
Huerter
he has
is
a height and skill. Porter isn't
a shooter.
6'4".
He's a shooter. That's it.
That's it. Ingram a hooper.
What are you talking about, man?
Kevin Huerter has played point guard many times, and the Sacramento Kings have won.
Is he still talking about Kevin?
What that got to do with anything?
What you mean? When did he play
he has
point
the skills
guard?
of a point guard, but can also shoot.
No, he don't.
That man is a shooter.
This man got Kevin Huerter.
Man, your basketball knowledge is very low right now, bro. I want you to stop what you're doing, man.
Well, see, this is the problem, Fred. He think automatically if you're a new player that you automatically just better than anybody that played before you. Like, it don't matter who you is. The worst player today is better than the best player 20 years ago. That's his problem.
You got to be kidding me, man. You really got to be kidding me.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Kevin
Did you just wait? Keith, let's go back to your point, right? You said Dennis Rodman locked Shaq up, right?
Kevin Huerter, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
I'm looking at it right now. 9
He's
points.
Not the first option on his team.
I don't care what option he is. He should have more than 9 points a game.
He's not the first option on his team. Obviously, Domantas Sabonis is probably that facilitator like Draymond Green, right?
It doesn't matter, bro.
That's what we're trying to tell you. Why are you even bringing up somebody that we can't even properly judge him?
Anyway, the point is most point guards are skilled than power forwards. More skilled than power
he ain't
forwards.
getting nothing but slander. I ain't lying.
All I'm saying is point guards are definitely more skilled than power forwards on the average basis.
I mean, but what does that mean, though? What does that mean? What does
we're talking about
more skilled than the center? What does that mean?
Right? When we're talking about Brandon Ingram, I'm saying his height makes up for his lack of skill against the average point guard. The average point guard,
skill, bro. Kevin, I mean, dude, he
does have skill. I'm just saying he has less skill than the average point guard.
Who, B.I.?
Yes.
I I don't know. I guess I don't
He's
know the
also
Brandon Ingram you've been watching.
he's just physically like he's 6'9" and like he has a Kevin Durant build. Absolutely.
But he also has Kevin Durant like skills. He can hit a three. He can hit a mid range. He can finish at the rim. He's good at free throws. So,
I'm saying bring Brandon Ingram down to 6'4", 6'3".
Why do we gotta bring him down to something?
Because I'm saying pound for pound.
He's still good at 6'4". He's still good.
But he's not even the same player, bro. This is
no,
what
he's not the same player though.
Shannon. No, I'm not saying
bring his skills to the same. Bring his skills to that build,
Shannon,
right? Is he the?
You practice and develop based on your size and skill set.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just saying. Hear what I'm saying. You're trying to bring Brandon Ingram down as he is now. If Brandon Ingram was 6'4", 6'5", playing in the NBA, he would practice totally different. He would do different type of drills. So where he might not be as, I guess you want to say, as good of a 3-point shooter as Herter, since we're talking about Herter today, since he's a subject.
Yeah, that man doesn't deserve to be talking about on this show.
Just imagine if he was practicing threes every day.
More 21 years of his pass into it. You're saying if he was 6'4" all his life, absolutely he'd be as skilled as the average point guard. I'm just saying, take his skills now. Is he as skilled as the average point guard who can probably do everything?
Brandon Ingram, yeah, he is skilled as the average point guard.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out how do Kevin Herter even get his name on a podcast, bro.
You hear me?
I know for a fact. I know for a fact 6'4" or 6'10". If you put Malik Monk and Brandon Ingram at the same size at any time, Malik Monk is the better player.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm defending Morris. I'm just saying that height makes up for that lack of skill.
You can defend Mark. You can defend
Malik Monk better than Bi.
You still messed around and named Kevin Herter, bro. You lost all points with me for that, bro.
I'll take back naming Kevin Herter. Maybe that wasn't the best name. I'm just saying the average
point. It was.
Bro. You don't get to take that back. You lost a lot of points for that, fam.
Man, I don't want to hear it. I'm just saying.
The average point guard is a no-name somebody. We're not talking about the Jaws and the Stephs. We're talking about the average guys. They're probably 15 and 6.
The average starting point guard.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The average starting point guard.
Okay, Channing, you like Brandon Ingram, right? I know you're not saying you're against him. You think he's good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you got a chance, and I love Brandon, if you got a chance to get Brandon Ingram or what's a good point guard now? A Kyrie or something like a more prime Kyrie.
Cam Thomas.
I'll take Kyrie right now over Bi.
No, that's what I'm saying. Bi's height is only going to be relevant when you comparing them to Kevin Herter. You can't compare him to Kyrie or Damian Lillard or somebody like that. His height will mean nothing.
The thing is, Keith,
Kyrie is more skilled than the average point guard.
Looking at that as a 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, okay. I would take Kyrie over Brandon Ingram on a 1-to-1. But as a team, what if you already got Jalen Brunson as your point guard?
But Morris, so I made
what if I already got somebody to fill BI position? Then I don't need him. If I don't need the position filled, I don't need it filled.
Great. I was just about to say that because I made that point earlier. I said you're not going. It depends on who you already got. But I'm talking about if it's a draft. Forget if Kyrie and Damian Lillard in a draft with Brandon Ingram. God bless his soul. I don't care. Everybody
going third.
Absolutely, going third. Those are great point guards with abnormally large skill.
But what we're trying to say is,
about. I don't even hold on. Let me name the worst starting point guard.
If you want to compare a third string point guard to somebody with height, okay. I'm just saying height is only relevant depending on who you're up next to.
Well,
I mean,
absolutely. I'm just saying, name the average starting point guard.
Who are you gonna take, Channing? Are you gonna take a prime Shaq? I'm talking about everything you know about Shaq, or a prime LeBron James.
LeBron James, because he's more skilled.
That's a toss-up.
And he also has the physical attributes. He's fast. He's faster than Shaq. He's more. I mean, he's not physically stronger than Shaq.
I think if you take either one in either conference, y'all gonna end up in the finals. Playing against each other.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying, if you got the first pick of the draft, or you taking Shaq, or you taking LeBron?
LeBron can shoot. LeBron can hit the fadeaway. LeBron can somewhat dribble. He can just go fast. He can go coast to coast. But Shaq is just physically dominant. And yeah, they're both great
Are you gonna
players.
give
But
me
I'm
an
putting
answer, though?
LeBron. What'd you say?
I'm saying, are you gonna give me an answer?
What'd
Who
you
would
say?
you rather have? Or are you gonna give me an answer
LeBron.
though?
LeBron.
Okay.
Absolutely. But LeBron is a very skilled player.
Oh, and Morris, you say who? You said Morris. You said Shaq.
I'll take Shaq. Yeah.
So how do y'all square that circle?
Who has more skill, Damian Lillard or LeBron James?
No. We on the Shaq and LeBron thing right now. I'll take Shaq. I'll take Shaq because the caliber players that you gotta have to be around Shaq it's gonna have a far wider range than with LeBron.
I understand that.
I'm gonna take LeBron.
I'm taking LeBron all day.
I thought you wanted a taller player.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
young Shaq wasn't slow. Young Shaq was an athlete.
Yeah, he was agile for a big man.
I'm not saying you could be the tallest player and strongest player in the world and you'd be better
no,
than
Channing. No, yeah, I got a great one for Channing. Who you taking? The red pill, which is Kevin Durant, or Steph Curry, your favorite player in the world? Who would you want? Because you've told me Steph is better. You've told me. I ain't gonna even go into everything you said. Just tell me now who you want. First pick.
Steph is a greater point guard, absolutely. But Kevin Durant has the height and the skill.
Who are you picking? That's what I want to know.
Kevin Durant.
Why?
If I want just a pure scorer, I'm taking Kevin Durant.
So everything you've said recently,
you think Steph a better pure scorer than KD?
You think Steph is a better
Kevin
player?
Durant is a better. I could say Steph is a better player, but KD is definitely a better scorer. Absolutely.
I can't go with you. I ride with you, but I can't ride.
Hey man, hey bro, you ain't doing no but pushing yourself to the back of the bus, bro. That's all
I just said I'll take KD.
You also said Steph was a better player though. Like, come on, man. You can't say that. It didn't say that. That's.
Hey man,
KD's attributes only a
corner, bro. He
can't get out of that one.
He's a scorer. He's an absolute scorer. But Steph is a
shooter.
Like transcends. Like he's like a transcender. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
So, you just say he's a transcender, but you're still picking Kevin Durant.
For what aspect? Is it to lead a team?
You are a GM. Why we gotta add all these other qualifiers?
Okay, so if we're rebuilding a team, right? Who would I pick?
You're the GM. They're both rookies. And you still get the vision of knowing their skill set and what they're gonna develop into. Everything you know, but you get to choose one of them. Which one are you gonna get?
You crazy.
So the height don't matter to you, right? Because we know KD got handles like Steph. KD can shoot like Steph. Maybe not as good, but he's a 3-point assassin. He can finish like Steph. But KD is taller. But you want Steph, right? So your logic really means shit then, right? That's what you're basically saying.
So I first said KD, then y'all were bashing me, right? Now I said Steph Curry, and now y'all are still bashing me, right?
He set you up for that. He set you up for that, Chain, and you just fell for it.
And y'all bashed me. Now I said Steph Curry, now y'all still bash me. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know why we bash you? Because now you ain't even standing on business. What you say while ago? You was standing on business.
He set you up for it.
You're telling me you're a GM, right? You're telling me you're a GM. Your goal is to rebuild the team. Your goal is to rebuild the team. And you know everything a player will be, can be, and
how you know everything a player will be?
I'm talking about skill set. I'm not talking about how their careers.
That's what Keith said. He said, "I know everything a player will."
I'm saying if you know what type of player they're going to be, not their careers, not knowing that Steph won this and KD went to this. I'm talking about they both can shoot. You know they're both going to be great shooters, both drivers, both got handles, both going to be great players. You're saying you've been telling us for the last 10 minutes your decision is going to be based on they both equal, so I'm going to choose the tall one. But now you're saying Steph.
So if I didn't know that Steph would go on to win 2 championships without Durant,
my goodness,
would never win a championship on his own, right?
Hey, it's time to end. It's time to end it, bro.
If I did, no. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Let him get it out.
I didn't know anything about championships. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know the gravity that Steph would create and that Steph would equal easy points in the paint because.
Do you think Kevin Durant creates gravity? Does Kevin Durant create gravity?
Absolutely. But
so they both create gravity, right?
Did he create more gravity than Steph?
It's equal.
I would say it's equal. Because whenever I see Durant get the ball, he getting double teamed or triple team every time.
Absolutely. But did Durant pass the ball or did he just shoot the ball?
They both average the same amount of assists for their career.
But Steph is also shorter.
but
So you have to wait. So
who are you?
Durant a better passer than Steph.
Hold on. Steph is also shorter. So he can see it possibly, but he can't pass it over the tall defender. So he has to pass it to Draymond to
Which
pass it to the other
means
defender.
you finally settled on
offense.
who? Because first you said Durant, then you said Steph. So now this your third time's a charm. Who would you get if you had the choice between Steph Curry and Durant?
I'm a GM. I don't know anything about these players' careers or what their future will look like, but I know they have similar attributes, right?
Facts.
Kevin Durant. Absolutely. But I'm saying Steph is a 4-time champion. KD has never won on his own as a championship, right? I'm just saying, yeah, KD has been the leader, but he also has Steph as a great player. And Steph already had 2 championships.
Okay, so cool. I think we already backed you in the corner, but I'm gonna let you out and then I'm gonna back you in a different one then, right? So now you know that Steph has 4 titles and KD hadn't won without Steph. And he out it. They're both in their 11th, 12th season. They both are free agents. You got the money to pay one. Which one are you paying?
Definitely.
Are you gonna get so you're not gonna pay the tall one that you said, if all things considered, you're gonna still go with the taller one. So now it's not really about height.
That's not
right?
true.
Okay, so it's not true that it's not about height, or it is. See, I'm
no,
done.
that's not. You're taking it as black or white. I'm saying it's on a spectrum. I'm saying a little bit of height can make up for the little bit of lack of skill. If you're 7 feet tall, dribbling like crazy, if you're Victor Wembanyama,
It depends on how skilled they is though. If they skills are close, then it ain't gonna matter. If they skills are far apart, it ain't gonna matter.
I'm saying Steph is more skilled and he can do more things on the basketball court than KD can. Yes, he can score. Yes, KD can probably pass the ball if he wanted to.
Chandler, you know the last time somebody used your logic, they drafted Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan. Because they thought it was all about height.
That's not what I keep saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying
what you said earlier.
Hold on.
That's not what I'm saying.
Hold up. You said Steph Curry can do a lot more than Kevin Durant on the court.
And that's crazy.
What all can he do more than Kevin Durant?
He pulls gravity just like Kevin Durant. So
what can he do better besides the deeper threes, man?
He do a lot of better things than KD. I want to know what all he do.
You have to guard him. You have to guard him from half court on.
His move off ball.
You got to guard KD from half court too.
No, you don't.
The only thing he can do better than KD is move off ball. But
that's the only thing he can do.
No,
the last 3 minutes of the game, Kevin Durant is probably at least on a scale of 1 to 100, he's probably at 100, and Steph Curry is probably about an 85.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I totally agree.
It's only 3 players in history that I would rather have probably than KD in the last 3 minutes. That's Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron.
Absolutely.
If
KD is a very clutch player and he can score.
I wouldn't even give it Bron. I wouldn't even put Bron in there, bro. To be honest with you, in the last 3 minutes.
No, I feel you. I'm just saying, just out of respect for LeBron, I'm just putting him in there.
Who's the better player, right?
In that last 3 minutes.
Who's the better player, LeBron or KD?
LeBron.
Absolutely, but I'm saying if you're basing
said that to say what?
If you're saying you'd rather put KD over Bron, that just means KD's a better closer. It doesn't mean
nobody said they were. Nobody has said. Oh, you talking about Mars? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, Mars said.
I'm just saying. I'm just like, if you're saying you'd rather put KD over probably anybody in history except for Kobe and MJ, right? But who's the better player? MJ, Kobe, LeBron versus KD. Who would you rather pick? Kobe. All those three versus KD.
I would rather pick all 3 of them over KD.
Absolutely. So
that's consistent with what I said. I said those are the only 3.
Yeah, KD gonna be number 4 on that.
Absolutely, because they're closers. But I'm not saying they're the better players.
Why would you pick LeBron over KD closing the game out?
KD's a better closer, but he's not a better player than MJ.
Well, well, Mark,
You
I
just
mean,
said Kobe's the most skilled player ever.
no, Channing, he addressing me. You out of it. Take a break because you gotta get your win
Y'all
back.
aren't understanding my point.
Okay, well we got you. Just get your win back.
Okay. What's up?
Yeah, just go ahead. We'll let you get the last word. How we about to jump off. Go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, I was saying like why would you? I'm curious to know why would you take LeBron over KD in the closing moments? Like we're saying the last 3
I
minutes.
didn't say that. I said I
He's
would
not
take
talking
KD.
to you, Channing. Get out your feelings, bro. It's not you right now.
He just said it.
Good.
Not you,
No, he
Channing.
was talking to
Not
me.
you, Channing.
He's talking to me,
Yeah, he
Channing.
addressing big.
He addressing me, man. So this is my thing.
Yeah, he addressing big.
If you comparing LeBron and KD, I want KD to take the last shot in the last 30 seconds. But I want LeBron to control the game in the last 3 minutes.
And Steph Curry does that better than KD. The whole game.
Yeah.
He controls the game better than Kevin Durant.
No, he don't, because he a turnover machine. No,
Man,
he don't.
Look, y'all, we gotta ignore him. We gotta ignore him right now. Let him do him. Let him do him for a minute, FJ. Let him do him. He's dealing with
another hour.
He's dealing with some stuff right now.
Kevin Durant's skill set gives him the option of being able to score from any point on the court, and I just don't feel like LeBron can do that. I feel like LeBron takes up the bulk of the shot clock, just dribbling, and he's basically just sitting there, and then at the last second he just make a pass and expect somebody to take the time.
Look, I don't disagree with that. That's a criticism. That's one of the reasons, but nevertheless, I'm gonna trust LeBron probably down the stretch than I am KD, just as an overall floor general leader making decisions on the court. But if you're talking about who I want to take the last shot, it's gonna probably be KD.
Because
I like that. I like that.
Jordan and Kobe made they killing that is in the last seconds of the game. If it's a 3 to 4 point swing, we gonna trade buckets, and I could go down 5 times in a row and get you a bucket every fucking time.
Well, LeBron, this is the thing about LeBron though, bro. We've seen it. If LeBron want to take over a game, who's gonna stop him? If LeBron decide he gonna put his head down his shoulder and go to the rim, who's gonna stop him?
That's a fact.
So now you talk about go put his head down and go to the rim, and now we follow. Do you want KD shoot free throws, or you want LeBron shoot free throws?
Well, from what I've seen in past history of watching LeBron, that's not really have been a big problem. Like, I know he's not a better free throw shooter than Durant, but I just haven't seen the fact that I think in the course of a season, of course, LeBron is a 75% free throw shooter, but I've never been scared. Well, me personally, I fear LeBron the last 3 minutes because I know if the game is close, he's gonna do everything to keep the game in winning position. But if it's like, okay, we down 2 and it's the last possession, that's when your logic will kick in with me, Morris. At that point, I'm gonna want KD because I need somebody that's a little more quick with the shot, more accurate, and they can hit free throws if they foul. So KD,
that thing come in to me.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just saying with me, that'll probably apply the last 30 seconds. But LeBron, I mean, I'm somebody that cheers against LeBron. I've seen him too many times keep teams in the game off sure will towards the end of the game. I've just seen it too many times. So I respect
a lot of bad
at the end of the game.
Here's what I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah.
Let's not negate the fact that we have seen LeBron close games a million times, man.
Yeah.
We seen LeBron put Detroit Pistons to bed by himself. We seen LeBron put the Boston Celtics to bed we seen that. So we ain't gonna act like we hadn't seen him close out games. Yeah. Now maybe like Keith said, now maybe with the a minute left in the game, 30 seconds left in the game, I really don't want Bron taking that shot unless he's driving to the basket. Right. But actually taking a shot, I don't want to see that from him, But putting teams to bed, I
just don't want to see Bron to jack up a 3. That's my thing about him, because he 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He want to shoot the tray.
That's what he gonna do.
So I mean, we've seen him put teams to bed though.
He didn't do that, but to my recollection, I think he was his best through 1 through 3 quarters, bro. And then when it come down to crunch time at the end of the game, somebody else was closing it out.
It came down to crunch time when they played Detroit, and he reeled off 20-some straight points by himself.
Okay, that's one time though, bro. Like
He did
we
the
talking
same thing
about
against Boston as well, though. He did the same
He
thing.
did the same thing to Toronto in the playoffs.
So I
And
mean,
the
we've
Hawks.
seen it happen. We've seen it happen.
okay.
Now I'm not.
Morris, I'm not far from you. I just don't think it's 3 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna isolate LeBron out of my game plan with 3 minutes left. Like, that don't even sound right. Like,
But here's
LeBron,
what
you
I'm
go stand
saying.
in the corner because it's 3 minutes to
Nah.
go. No.
I'm not saying it led to a championship, because a lot of times we know it didn't lead to a championship. It didn't lead to them winning at all. I'm just saying what he done against certain teams, he literally put it to bed.
He done closed people out plenty of times.
Everybody is saying this is my thought process. Maybe we're not on the same page. I just want to make clear that we're talking about the same thing. So
I understand.
what I'm saying is, last 3 minutes of the game, it's a 3 minutes and a 4-point swing. Okay, we got the 4 points, or we down 4 points, whichever way you want to go. And you got a choice between, okay, I need a bucket every time we come down on offense. Are you picking LeBron or are you picking KD right there in that situation?
Okay, let me ask the question then, because so I can have more clarity. Are you saying, am I picking them to score, or who would I rather have on my team during that scenario?
That's what I was literally arguing just a minute ago.
Huh?
To me, I mean, I think whichever way you want to look at it, because to me that sounds like the same thing.
Well, no, not to me, because if I got 3 minutes to go, 4-point swing either way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna want LeBron because I've seen more success come from LeBron than I have Kevin Durant. But if you saying who would I want taking the shots, I would still want a player of LeBron's ilk to be controlling the game. But maybe I'm setting up KD to take the shots. But I'm just saying LeBron got to be involved in the game. So I don't care who else is on the team, whether it be Kevin Durant or any other person that can shoot. If LeBron on my team, he's gonna have the ball in his hand.
Ideally, that's not the essence of a closer to me, though. My closer is like, in that situation with the Bulls, you know Jordan fit to get the ball every time we come down. The Lakers, Kobe fit to get the ball every time we come down. And he finna go to work, and he gonna get us a bucket every time.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but you don't see that from LeBron. I mean, I rarely see games outside of when he played with.
I don't think he can.
Kobe and Jordan mentality was different, though. Hold on. Let me chime in. Kobe and Jordan mentality was different. Mike and Kobe will come down the court and shoot that bitch 15 times in a row if they have to. Brian gonna shoot 2-3 times and he gonna get to looking for his team. The same with KD. Now, if we saying all of them had the same dog in them, then it's a toss up. I don't really care who taking a shot, because if Brun say I'm getting to the goal, I don't care who right there, give me Brun. If KD going out there like give me the ball and get the fuck out of my way, shit, give me KD, because can't now one of them be stopped. It just depends on really the mentality.
And Morris, for the record, bro, I said they the top 4. So if you want to put Durant in front of LeBron, I have no quarrels with that. I'm saying Jordan and Kobe first, and if you want to go with KD, cool. I'm cool with that.
Man, this is my last point, man.
Yeah.
And it's fine if you want to take KD. I don't think you're wrong for taking KD. I don't.
Nah, that's a fact.
But here's the thing: we saw KD be up 3-1. We saw KD be up 3-1, and he had plenty of opportunities to shut the door, and he didn't.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, now hold up.
I'm gonna go back to
the point that you made earlier. Now you made a point about Draymond had that whole team in turmoil, right? So you're not gonna tell me that Westbrook wanted to cancel on that team when he was doing all that bullshit at that point in time?
He wasn't doing no BS like Draymond. You were up 3-1, my brother. You can't use that for an excuse. You were up 3-1. If KD is that guy, he should have closed one of them games out.
So what? So you telling me Golden State wasn't up 3-1?
Golden State was up 3-1.
In OKC defense, Russ did shit a couple of them games away, and KD did too. But Russ in the fourth quarter is a player that you can't bench. But it's so many times I screamed at the TV, bench Russ. So yeah, I'm putting most of that on Russ, not KD.
I hear what you're saying, man.
But what I'm saying, you said earlier, any type of turmoil, can knock a team off, knock the momentum off. Now you can't say that earlier and then come back and say, "Nah, don't."
I don't
matter."
think that's but it's Mars. It's like you said earlier. I think them two different things. When you talking about a player that's fighting and getting kicked out, that's different from a player that may not be playing the game the right way.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you another team had.
think-
I'm gonna tell you
I
another
think
team
it's the
had turmoil. I'm gonna tell you another
My
team had
experience, I think
turmoil.
it's the same.
I'm gonna tell you another team had turmoil. The Chicago Bulls. They had issues, brother. They had issues.
I wasn't
And they
around.
found a-
I wasn't
That's
watching
a fact.
ball at the time. I couldn't attest to
Found a
that.
way
Yeah,
to get it done.
did you watch the documentary?
Watch the
on
Last
pandemic?
Dance.
I mean,
Watch the
you
Last
know,
Dance.
you know it's well documented from Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, and the GM and the owner that no matter what happened, they were disbanding the team. So they went through a whole season knowing this is the last day. In fact, they had somebody record it because they knew it was the last dance. So you going into a season knowing it don't matter if we win the title, which they did, they still blowing the team up. I mean, how much turmoil is that?
I think we bird walking, man. We jumping around too much. We jumping
I mean,
around
that,
too much.
that may be facts. I'm just saying, man.
I'm
You
lost.
know, I get Russ.
That
I
happens
get-
sometime, man.
Yeah.
I
I
get
was
Russ
just gonna
was.
say that.
Yeah,
I get Russ was an issue. But you up 3-1 though. That's
Russ ain't no
You gotta
issue.
close one of them. You gotta close
Hey,
one of them.
look, y'all. Look, it's late. We're gonna let Youngin go. Look, I'm finna throw you a shovel. Dig yourself out before we go. We're gonna let you have the last word, man.
All I gotta ask is if we were drafting two players, right?
That boy had to write his question down.
No, I'm looking at my phone. But if we're drafting two players, right? Kyrie and LeBron, who are you taking? LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all were arguing for KD over Steph, right? Is that KD would close out a game. Absolutely. I wouldn't choose another player to close out a game other than KD. Maybe Michael Jordan. But if we're talking about getting you to that land, right, to the finals, KD or Steph Curry, we've seen it with Steph Curry. Steph Curry has done it without KD, right? Getting to the finals. He's won 2 championships without him. He's beat
KD went
LeBron
to the
and all.
finals without Steph, also, right?
Who?
I said KD went to the finals without Steph too.
I guess, yeah, you can say that.
You guess, or is it a guess?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's very true.
Okay.
But has he won the finals?
Well, you didn't say one. You said he had got to the finals.
Anyway, here's what I'm saying. One player can win a championship without the other, right? If y'all are really saying KD is a player, or Steph really isn't a player you would draft over KD, number one, if you know that Steph would lead you to a championship and win that championship while KD would not, right?
I don't know that though.
I just don't agree with that.
Shannon, I'm not gonna let you back out of this. The only reason that scenario was brought up is because you said if two players had a similar skill set, you're gonna pick the tall one.
Absolutely.
I got
No, I
All
didn't
that
say
other
that.
stuff, all that other
absolutely, I
magic
did
you
say
trying to
that.
play
If they had a
with,
similar skill set, I would pick the tall one.
and
Yeah.
I got one for y'all. How about
KD and Steph has a similar skill set. They both can shoot, they both can drive, they both can
But
dribble.
Steph has more
they both can-
skills than KD. Has height.
NBA draft tomorrow. And you
Steph
gotta,
has more skills than KD has height.
You gotta pick.
Well, if that's the case,
That ain't true at all.
Kyrie got more skills than LeBron.
Kyrie has more skills, but LeBron also
I
is a
know.
physical specimen and
See,
has
boy, you
a
just
decent
keep
amount of
moving the
skills.
goalposts, man.
I told you,
Yeah,
man. You just gotta
sad.
start responding, man.
Yeah.
I'm saying a lack of skills is made up by height.
You
Depending
know
on who the
early-
players is. We agree with that, but it depends on who the players is.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But I'm not seeing how y'all aren't agreeing with me when I'm saying that.
Cause what you're saying is like retarded. That's why.
But
Yeah,
all I'm saying is your logic don't work with all players. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it don't. Period. Cause
Name me
you
a player
clearly
it doesn't
said
work with.
you're clearly saying that
Name me a
KD
player
and
that
Steph.
doesn't work
What you mean?
you
We already
clearly
had this
said-
debate. KD and Steph. It don't work with like that. Because you just said you would
with.
take the
there's a
shorter
reason
guy.
There's a reason though why Steph has more championships than KD, and KD hasn't won without Steph.
Yeah, Mark said it earlier. He hit a big luck streak. He got lucky his first championship because he didn't have to play Kyrie and Kevin Love. Second
And then
year,
he got
blew up,
KD.
lost 3-1. Then he won with 2 with KD. And then his last
Then got
one,
lucky again.
got lucky and
Did
played
he not
against
get
a bunch
lucky?
of
How did they get
players.
lucky in that last one?
Because everybody hurt. Come on now.
Yeah, they had an
With the
easy time.
Celtics? Who got hurt in the Celtics?
No, we talking about to get there.
Yeah.
Who got hurt on that way there?
No, we're saying to get there.
Who?
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox? Come on.
Okay,
man.
so he's not good now. I got you.
Can't be for
and
real.
with that being
De'Aaron Fox
said,
wasn't on the level he was.
and
back
with
then.
that being said, we want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight.
The Sacramento
for this
Kings
show.
were not the same team as they were
The
now.
Young and Channing has put on the show tonight, like one I've never seen, man. We want to thank you for all your just A1 input into tonight's show. You have definitely kept me entertained for these 2.5 hours, man. But nah, for real, anybody that stayed in to come back and watch this, man, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the engagement. You know, appreciate y'all brothers for taking this time out tonight, man. I know we all trying to get to some of these basketball games, but anybody but Channing got any last words? Because we don't want to hear from you again. Anybody else got any last words?
Height makes up for lack of skill.
Man, I'm just gonna do a lot of praying for my Steelers before Sunday.
Man, y'all got them boys on upset alert. I will say that. And more,
hey, it'll be nice.
And more, before we let you leave, man, you got anything to say about them Eagles?
Oh man, we pray for him.
He said pray for him.
Mar said he gonna be grilling chickens. They gonna put them on the grill, man. I hope them boys bounce back.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still riding though.
I already know, man. And I'm gonna tell you, Hurts, man, they may look, they can't be no worse than what they've been these last 5-6 weeks. So, you know, they may get a bump coming in the playoffs.
We playing possible.
I think the Steelers is a real. I think they gonna have who's that they playing?
Buffalo.
They gonna have Buffalo on upset alert.
Can we get? That's what I was gonna say earlier. Can we get a playoff bracket pick between us, friendly something?
We did that yesterday.
Oh, I didn't get in on that.
Yeah, we did that yesterday, man.
Man, we had a bet that we never closed. What was our bet? We had a $20 bet on something.
Oh, you already paid me.
No, me and Channing had one.
No, you said that Alabama would beat Michigan by at least 2 touchdowns, and I let it go. But now that you reminded me, I might have to meet you tomorrow.
You said you let it go, bro.
I did let it go. But now that you reminded me.
I owe you. So what do I owe you?
Nah, you good, man. I'm just playing.
Okay. I like to play my bets, man. I don't dodge no bet. I knew we had a bet. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Nah, man. You just disrespected Michigan. That's all.
And
whenever I say anything, doesn't it come to be true?
Yeah. I ain't seen one yet, Channing. I really wanted
the quarterback from Bama. I want to see him leave Bama. I'd leave if I was him.
Milroe?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Hey, look, that's gonna be a subject for another night, y'all. I'm about to jump off, man. I appreciate y'all, boys. But you know when it's time to go, it's time to go. Peace.